30 seconds of some of the coolest stuff of the show, a quick summary, and people watch that first, that might, I'm not sure if it would go viral, but it would be it might get people more interested to watch the podcast. We're up.
We have no problems with downloads on that. I'm not talking about that. Nobody will ever watch anything like that for time because it's just not made for it. But the purpose of that is just for streaming. Streaming is never going to be what it should be. What I'd like to do, though, is cater more. Literally get cameras in place where I know exactly what's going on, where I can have a whiteboard and literally start playing to an audience. I mean, like a real studio. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do something with the lights. We just haven't had that dimmer put in. Are you convinced, Mark, that is what got you your headache, your migraine, was the light?
I'm absolutely convinced of it. In fact, even if it's psychosomatic now, when that light was on the other day, it just starts irritating me. I mean, I'm almost working myself into a frenzy.
I can see that. I understand.
That was the scariest freaking thing, man. You saw me. I drove right over to the hospital, dude. That was the wildest thing. I never had it. I swear to God, it was like being on mushrooms or acid. Different colors and just...
Same time?
Yeah, it was like doing mushrooms and then dropping acid.
How do you know that?
Yeah, how do you know that?
I don't know what he's talking about. Mushrooms never agreed with me at all.
It was a trip, man. There was no real, and then when they said technically it's a migraine.
If you could, Jay, what I'm really trying to do is integrate.
Had the same thing. She knew right away.
Dan, and Mark knows. I want to try to integrate into the show. I'm done with interviews, okay? If it can't be integrated naturally in the show, we're not going to force it. So when you talk and you find a reason to mention something and then you can relate it to what you do it. But we're going to do it that way, or when I get an email question, or just being here and being part of it, you will pick up love. But try not to just say things the way you've always said.
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. Welcome to the show where what do? We solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. We make your life a little easier. How can you fault that? That's what we do every day, recovering millions of dollars for people. You can't tune on a radio show and tune in and turn on and get this kind of stuff. This doesn't happen anywhere. We turn the microphone over to you. I even let you brag about yourself if you're special. We have so many different features on this show. Everything from screaming deals to where we'll go out and get a deal for you, where we will answer any question you want. We'll go to bat for you. We'll call live on the air and do investigations. We'll uncover liars, cheats, and ripoffs. We'll do whatever it takes to make your life easy. You don't see that anywhere else. So please tell people about it. A lot of new people in town, and let's give power to you to avoid ripoffs and to fight ripoffs, liars, and cheats. And then, of course, referralist.com is there for your protection. And we have various people we interview from all walks of life. If you think you're interesting, you want to be a common man, call us. Get in on the show. You can get through to us, 303-MARTINO. You can get through 24/7. We got Jay Bretz with us. He's from Excel Roofing, a member of our referral list. He's our co-host today, along with Major Mark Major.
How come I don't get a nickname, Tom?
I don't know. What should we call him?
Jay the Roof Guy?
Jay the Roof Guy? That's boring.
Dude.
Give him a rap name. Jay Roof. Jay Roof. I like it. It came right to him.
The roof. The roof.
The roof.
Is on fire.
No,
There
just,
you go.
I like, Jay what?
Jay Brizzle.
Jay Brizzle.
He's the Whizzle.
I get it, but how about Jay Shingle? No, shingle. Jay?
The shingle man?
Shingle. No. Let's... Got it. Okay. It's got to be something.
Take some suggestions.
It'll come naturally.
Okay, that's right. It's got to come naturally. I just said J Roof immediately. Like Major Mark Major is like an old-fashioned. We got to come up with even something better for Jay. For Mark. Major Mark Major. We got to come up with Mark, and then what about T Shooter? Somebody gave me that one time, but we'll come up. We got to come up with like new names, okay? Hey, let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. It's all about you. Today's word of warning is telephone scams. Still on cell phones are big. Now, they will call you or they will email you about your credit cards, and you have to enter information. Don't ever follow a link from an email to enter information. That's called phishing with a PH. They try to get information from you to establish an ID. Whenever people want anything from you regarding ID, make sure it's a call you originate with a number you know to be correct. It is so difficult to protect yourself.
You know what I do on that, Tom?
What?
Like if I get an email from you and it says, hey, follow this, and it just seems like it's wrong,
yeah,
I look at your email address. And
yeah.
if your email address is not the correct one that's in my email book, I'm like, hey, this is a scam. And then usually I'll forward that back to you and say, hey, somebody's hacked you.
Or tried to hack. Right, you're right. Because, you know, here's another thing. What about when you think it's from Google? You know, it has something about Google security dot something something dot. But isn't there a surefire way to know the domain? Yes, there is. You can copy and paste it and go to whois. Whois.com.
I've never gone to Whois.
Whois. I think it's whois.com.
So it'll verify every email address?
No, not emails. It verifies domains.
See, what I was talking about is, you know, somebody, they mimic an email address that looks like it's yours or Mark's, and then they send you some information.
Yeah. No,
and so they're tricking you into opening that attachment.
You're right. You know, it's almost impossible to be 100% safe, but, because every once in a while, even when I'm on Gmail, and I'm on Google, okay, and I want to look at some docs, or when I want to manage the domain, they ask me to re-enter my password. Well, how do you know that's not just a little bot that showed up that somebody devised that lays dormant within my computer? And it pops up. Let's talk. 303-713-TALK. Sherry. Or Cherry. Cherry, what's happening?
Yes, I've had a roofing issue. I live in a condo.
You sent us some vids.
Yes.
Got it.
And
you should see this video, Tom. It's atrocious.
Yeah, I'm looking.
The HOA won't do a thing, and they won't allow her to do a thing either. She's been on before.
Now, why is it leaking like that?
Well, there was a new roof installed, and it's been leaking ever since.
And it leaks from just that one area there?
There's a couple in that area.
So why would the HOA do anything? This looks like a private home. What is it?
No, she's in a townhome or a condo, Tom, and they told her you're not allowed to touch the outside of the house. Or the, you know, townhome.
Who did the roof?
Lair Construction.
But did they do it for the condo?
For the entire community.
Okay, so if they did the roof for an entire community and it caused you damage, and now they're telling you you can't do anything to fix it, well, whose porch is this? Is this a common porch? It's just yours. So it's like
a common porch.
Okay, so is it like a townhome where you all have outside entrances on porches?
Townhome and condo.
Well, okay, but all of the homes have a door out to a porch?
No. No, only the condos. The townhomes don't. Just the condos in the center of the townhomes.
How do you get into a townhome?
They don't have a porch covering like that.
How do you get into them?
Just through the front door.
Okay.
Just walk up a couple steps.
Here, let me ask another question. Do all of the units have outside entrances?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to know. Then they are townhomes. They all have outside entrances, and some of them have common porches.
Yes.
Okay. And this common porch is leaking. Now, it's leaking not just for you, but for anyone else who uses this porch, right?
Yes.
Well, why isn't anyone else complaining?
The people next to me are renters. I'm an owner.
Daff, what do you know about this? You're perched at the mic.
Yeah, so I've been...
well, what is it?
So she is the only one complaining because it's the roof above her where the damage was, and they keep saying they fixed it, and they haven't. They've actually made it worse.
I don't even know what to do. I mean, they don't care.
She's going to slip and fall when that freezes, Tom. It's terrible.
Or if her guests come
Jay,
in.
I emailed you the video, too.
Okay, so where is it leaking? That's the question. How would you find a leak like that, Jay?
It's pretty easy. You get up there with a hose and you do a water test. You start at the low end of the roof and you keep working your way up until you get water coming in, and that's where you start doing
that easy?
It's just that
easy.
easy.
But they won't send anyone out to check this.
And they won't let her.
Did we call anyone over there?
Yeah, we've tried 100 times.
What do they say?
Daff is the one who's been talking to these
folks. What do they say?
It's almost like
do they say there's no problem?
They continually say you are not allowed to have anybody up there.
Well, okay, fine, but do they acknowledge there's something they need to do?
No. In fact, here's the last email. The roof is entirely brand new since 9/21/17. The report submitted from Lair stated that there were no issues with any areas of the roof, and they're believing them.
So we need to stand there and with a camera saying this is no issue. I mean, that's what I don't understand.
She sends them these videos and they just don't acknowledge it. I mean,
listen.
They said we will send a contractor out there and we'll let you know.
Dav, we need to call them.
We've tried,
even
Tom.
though they say there is no issue. Can we put this video up, Mark?
We've emailed Tom. We've called.
This video is all telling, but the problem with the video, it's so short. What I'd like to do. Is this during a rainstorm? What is this video? When was it taken?
That was the weekend after the 21st. So
that means nothing to me. Was there a storm anywhere near there?
Yes.
Okay. So they say there is no problem. God, I just get so
ridiculous, Tom.
I just get frustrated.
You know, Suzanne's comment, Tom, where it's leaking on the stairs, she's exactly right. This is going to freeze and create a really dangerous situation. I'm curious if...
Then we got to wait for that to happen.
Well, no, I'm curious if Sherry has sent a letter to the management company saying there's a dangerous situation here, and if anybody falls...
Well, then somebody's got to be above Amy at Haven Community Management. Someone has to be above her. Where is Haven Community?
They're out in Longmont.
Haven Community Management has to have somebody with brains above her to know that they're going to have their asses sued off now that they've been put on notice. I want to tell someone in charge at Haven Community Management that we are advising them of a dangerous situation at their project. Hey, is it called Haven Community?
Haven Community.
Haven Property Management.
What's the name of the community?
Dakota Station 2.
Dakota Station 2. We are putting them on notice. Dakota Station 2. Do you have that written down?
I do, and it's Eric Lund is the owner. And
Eric Lund? Well, let's talk to him.
Beverly Colon is the president. And
so you've only talked to Amy?
I have tried to contact all of them.
Did you actually talk to the president? Owner.
I have left messages and they don't answer.
Well, we're going to leave a message, okay? We want to leave a message. So I want you to do something. I want you to call the owner and tell me when you get his voicemail. I'm going to leave a message live on the air. Okay? I want to leave after you get him up and it's already recorded. I want to record it live, okay? So let me know when I can hit the line and start talking after he says his spiel. I can leave a message. There's nothing wrong with leaving a message live. I'm going to leave a message. We're not going to hear him. We're not going to talk to him. I'm leaving a message for the owner. Dakota 2, what is it called? Dakota 2?
Dakota Station 2.
In where?
Littleton, Colorado.
Oh, this is Littleton. Well, I thought she said it was Littleton. Okay.
Well, the property management is in Louisville.
Okay.
And that's Haven Property.
You let me know. We're going to put you on hold. We're going to call back and leave a message. I cannot believe that anyone would look at a dangerous situation like this and not even investigate. Or they get a letter from their roofer saying there's no problem. I'd like to call the roofer directly, too. Call the roofer directly. This video is all telling.
And you know what the question for the roofer is, right, Tom? Did you do a water test? And there's so many roofers that go out and they look at problems, they look at leaks, they think they fix them, and they don't do water tests. It's easy.
It's crazy. Okay, quickly, Bob, I know I have to take a break, but let me start with Bob and we'll get started at least. Bob, go ahead. What's going on?
Okay, I met a lady when I worked at
Congratulations.
the Safeway store on 6th and Corona. Mary Ray was her name. She's a well-known realtor, or was.
Mary Ray stole your heart.
Yes.
And what happened?
Well, after I'd known her about 6 or 8 months, she started saying, "Oh, I need some money."
Uh-oh! SpaghettiOs! Hold on, we'll talk about it because that... Oh, my God.
What section did he meet her in?
Yeah, the produce maybe. I don't know. He was interested in melons. We'll find out what's going on. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-TALK. Simply Floors. If you want to save money on floors, I'm going to tell you a simple answer. Simply Floors. Buddy Mitchell. Simply Floors. And here's what I love about him. You go to his website and you can schedule your own appointment. They work into the evenings. Their average tickets, 40-50% off of even the big boxes. He beats them all, not just in selection, but in quality of installation. He guarantees everything, hardwoods, laminates, luxury vinyl tile, all of the carpets, and even that waterproof carpet, simplyfloorsinc.com.
From the
Major delay south of I-25 is completely shut down until the road. All vehicles
Turn that phone down.
highway due to a rolled over dump truck with still debris all over the highway.
Any word on the lady with liver?
They're having such a great response that they asked us to hold off for a while.
Northbound I-25 shut down at Toma Road. No estimated time when the highway will reopen. For more real-time traffic updates on your route, download the new Total Traffic app powered by Traffic Karma. The weather forecast, partly sunny, beautiful, a high of 79. Right now, mostly cloudy and 64. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner.
I get so frustrated with, illogical stuff like this.
The roof leak? Or the nutcase?
No, the roof leak. I would bet. It's just crazy and stuff that they wouldn't try to say, hey, well, because it's a call. It's a call to the contract.
I've had guys work for me before and they don't do the water test, and then we're out there 2 or 3 times, and that's one of my pet peeves right there. That's a hot button. Did we do a water test? And when if you call me up and say you have a leak and you want to pay us to fix it, we do a water test first, unless it's just so obvious. We see a big huge, like a squirrel chewed a hole through something and it's right. Yeah, you do a water test. Can you imagine a doctor doing surgery without, doing an X-ray or something?
And this one here it looks like it's not a little leak. I mean, that's coming
flowing
down.
in. There's probably a transition on the roof. It probably goes from steep to a lower portion.
But they must have left something out there.
So yeah, so I mean it's pretty obvious that it'd be right in that transition.
I could not believe the difference. Literally,
they must not put tar paper. Because tar paper would hold it back like that.
No, I'm sure they have tar paper, but they did something wrong.
And I had more
just like butted up and then.
Really, most of the time, not all the time, but like 95% of the time, if you have an asphalt shingle roof and the shingles are doing what they're supposed to do, the roof won't leak. You could have it on there without any felt paper, without any ice and water shield, nothing. And we've seen roofs before where we take it off and they put them on without felt paper.
And an inspector, no way, is going to probably catch this, right?
Well, he should have, but maybe it was a homeowner special. They did it themselves. Maybe.
This was a condo.
Oh, yeah, in a condo
or a townhome.
A leak deal like that, the chances are pretty low that a roof inspector would see a problem that's going to cause a leak.
Well, there's 9 inspectors I've heard that don't even go up there.
That's true.
They just look from the bottom.
That's true. But the stupidest thing about inspections in really the whole metro area is many cities and counties make you provide a ladder. Oh, it is the stupidest thing ever, Dan. Yeah, so check this out. You're a roof inspector for where?
And you don't have to carry a ladder or put a ladder out. That ladder is supposed to be already set up on the house for you, tied off with a bungee or whatever. And if it's not there, the inspector will look for the ladder. If it's not there, he just fails it and goes on his way.
If I was an inspector, I'd want my own ladder. Can you imagine putting
a little
rickety wooden ladder up?
No, they won't climb an old rickety wooden ladder. It needs to be a good. No, and what it is, there's this. It's like certain laws and different things. There's one line in the building code that says access to the roof must be provided to the inspector, which means to me they have to be able to get up on the roof and look. You can't it can't be a situation where they can't get on the roof.
Correct.
They have to be allowed to
get a reasonable height. I imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
30 feet high.
So if it's over 30 feet, then whatever. But so the interpretations of many building departments is, hey, the roofer has to provide a ladder. This is such a huge hassle for us because we have to basically employ one person to just go out and put ladders out and then go pick them up. And some of the cities, I mean, you'd think that every city would have some kind of system online or something where you could see if the roof is passed. They don't. So sometimes we're not sure if the roof's passed or not. Some cities do.
So you've got to just go out there and
sometimes, yeah.
I've got it.
Break's over.
Hi, Tom Martino here. We just cannot believe the situation at Dakota Station in Littleton with a leaky roof. And I'm going to leave a message. Tell me which line. Line 6 on his voicemail. What's his first name? Well, tell me his name. Okay, line 6. Eric Lund, is it? Eric Lund. This is going to be live.
His mailbox is full, Tom.
His mailbox is full.
Also, DAF tried the roofer, like Jay said, to ask about a water test. They said they'll have to call us back, but I guess they tell DAF that every time and then never call us back.
We're just going to have to apply the pressure.
Tom, what do you think of people that have a voicemail that you can't leave a voicemail on?
I know.
A mailbox that is full to me is a huge red flag.
What is the management company name? What's the name of the management company?
It's called Haven Community Property Management.
Haven Community Property Management Company.
Yes. Do you want their phone number?
Yeah, I do, because we have a dangerous situation. I do.
303-530-0700, and Amy's extension is 106, Tom.
But they can ask for anyone. Here's what I'm asking people. This show has power. We have actually changed the courses of mighty rivers. People saying they would never do anything, and they do. Here's a very simple situation. Listen carefully so you're armed with facts. Dakota Station in Littleton has a problem with the roof that they will not acknowledge at the management company, nor will the roofer. We have video of it leaking like crazy when the recent snow thawed. That will freeze in the winter, causing major problems. How can they say there is no problem when you can see it for yourself? They refuse to acknowledge it. Think of how helpless you would feel in a condo development that simply says, sorry, we just did a new roof, so sorry, so sad, basically jump in the lake, and you know what yourself. Okay? I mean, this is what we are facing. Okay? Because of this show, Cherry can get some justice. Because we can say this, and this is what I want you to make clear, because we're doing them a favor. For premises liability in Colorado, you must have prior knowledge of a dangerous situation. We are making it publicly declared today that there is a dangerous situation at Dakota Station in Littleton, Colorado. I want Eric Lund, as well as Beverly Kuglin, who's the president of Haven Community Management, and who is Eric Lund, the property owner?
Apparently, yes, Tom.
I want these people to put on notice. I want to put them on notice. There is a dangerous situation, and it's at Dakota Station in Littleton. And if this freezes or is slippery in any way, because water is dripping down every time it rains or snows, and someone gets hurt, we will be their witness to say that we have tried to warn you, and you did nothing. You never even returned a phone call. Now, do you hear that, people? That's what I want you to arm yourself with. And please send them to the podcast of October 19th, 2017, starting at about 10:20. Okay, let them hear the whole thing. Maybe even a little earlier. But make sure they hear this. They are on notice that there is a dangerous situation at Dakota Station. No more lone voice in the wilderness. Cherry, you have us. And here's the phone number. I have 2 phone numbers for these idiots. We have 972-548-7900. What area code is 972?
I believe Texas is what Daff said.
Eric Lund, 972-548-7900. We're talking about Dakota Station in Littleton, Colorado. And for those of you saying, oh my goodness, you can't do that. You can't give out a man's number and tell people to call. Yes, I can. Just like the NFL players can take a knee, I can take a stand. And it's against people who ignore people. So, that is one number for Eric. Did you get it? 972-548-7900. You don't have to feel alone anymore, Cherry. Now, here's the other number for Beverly Cooglin, or Coghan, or Cooglin, I don't know how to pronounce it, president of Haven Community Management, who says there is no problem while she's being dripped on and drenched.
And we got that video up now on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere.
YouTube and Facebook. Look at what she says is no problem. It's a very short snippet, but that's all we need. 303-530-0700, extension 118. 303-530-0700. Keep these numbers up for me, too, Suzanne. This is where we can make a difference. Do you understand the reason I get up in the morning? Because I can help people like Cherry, who is totally ignored. Cherry, you never had a problem with that roof until they put on a new roof. And then you walk out your door, and this is what you see, right?
Yes.
And you have tried to get them to acknowledge or at least look at it.
Yes, at Dakota Station 2.
In Littleton, Colorado. And what do they say?
Well, Amy said they came out, she sent them out recently, and they fixed everything, and they're not going to do anything more. And I said, well...
What did they fix? And who is Amy? That's another name. I have Beverly, I have Eric.
Amy's the property manager.
Do you have another number for Amy? Or do I have all the numbers?
Same number, Tom, and it's a different extension. It's extension 106. Same phone number as Beverly, extension 106.
Okay, so I'm going to go over that again in a few minutes, okay? So people, be ready, please. The call to action. Hey, joining us today, of course, we have, as I told you, Jay Fetter. Not Jay Fetter.
That's Brett.
Jay Brett's.
Jay Fetter. Is this going to be part of the nickname?
Oh, my God.
That's your new nickname,
No,
Fetter.
my buddy Jay, I can't believe it. Oh, my God, how that popped into my head.
We've only known each other for like 25
Jay
years.
Brett,
It's no problem.
Jay, but I was looking at some diamonds online, okay, and here's why. Mark and I were talking about having a diamond show right before Christmas. He said, who should we get as our expert? I said, I love Jay Fetter, although I think Jay literally moved to Israel. Now, his son's around and all of that. To make a long story short, when I was thinking of you, and I said, Jay, in the studio, Jay Fetter. Anyway, Jay Brett is in the studio.
That's okay. I don't mind being confused with a diamond guy.
Okay.
That's okay.
And Jay Bretz, owner of Excel Roofing. We also have Howie Mandel. No, I'm just kidding. See, I know. Howie.
They both have the same haircut.
Now, Howie Metz.
Thanks for noticing.
Howie Metz, Quality First Plumbing. He's been a long-time member of the referral list. I know Howie when he had hair. So that's it.
That was a long time ago,
And
Tom.
he is a very good plumber, but he runs a great organization. No, all kidding aside. So I want you guys to weigh in on anything you hear. Of course, we don't have a single topic show. Add in anything you hear, and of course, if we have any plumbing calls or roofing calls, we'll have you join in. Howie, why do people, I'm serious, I have a very serious question, I'm not kidding around. Why do people like these management companies refuse to acknowledge problems? What, do they hope they go away? How many times have we seen this in business?
We see it a lot, and I work with a lot of property management companies. It's one of our mainstays in our business, and I think that it would be in the best interest of this homeowner to try and get a hold of the president of the HOA.
You mean the actual resident president as opposed to the management company?
The volunteer position who actually gives direction to the property management company. You know, not too long ago, property managers had to become licensed through DORA, and they have to follow specific rules, but they do get their direction from the board of directors with the HOA. And I wonder if this homeowner reached out to anybody in the HOA to let them know of their plight with the management company that works for them.
Several times, Howie.
Okay.
It sucks, Howie. It just sucks.
It does. I feel awful. Jay showed me the video a minute ago, and...
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to do something about it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's take a break. We got, of course, a lot to talk about. All you have to do is call. And I want to make no mistake about this. If you need a reverse mortgage, when I said there's only one place to call, one, I mean it, Approval Reverse, because she is the only one that would tell you if it's not a good idea. For some, it's a great retirement tool. For others, a bad idea. But it depends. You can get monthly payments, a lump sum, a line of credit, or you may want a conventional loan. Joan Sullivan, Approval Reverse Mortgage. ApprovalReverse.com. If you're looking for a...
That's LED stuff. They're on for 2 lives.
He's happy when he sees me.
He sees you a lot more than he sees me.
I feel bad.
2 real lives, Mark? I got some good
2 real lives.
You must have fixed his plumbing.
On the
I
line.
have a couple of times. Fixed the shower head most recently.
There wasn't supposed to be 2 on, but there is 2.
So they screwed up. Do you want us to just not do one?
No, do them both. It's going to end up being a
I've never seen
freebie.
a deal like this where
But don't do them in the same hour.
It's an owner. Did you see that?
I did Trenner yesterday.
I don't know if it's condos or townhomes. She said
You
It
did
sounds
do
like it's
Trenner.
both. I've actually done work out
You
there.
said don't
Who would
use
the owner?
800
If they're
number.
townhomes?
The owner of the individual unit, but I
No,
think you're talking
she's an owner.
Gets his Amazon shit, man.
She said that she was an owner.
of the unit.
And she said the people
No, we got a big warehouse. We have a giant warehouse.
And
You know that, Mark?
But so
We
a
have a
board, I
giant
understand
warehouse
that, a manager, I understand that.
Oh, a distribution center.
Yeah.
And they're thinking about moving.
Eric Lund may be...
Well, they're taking
owner
bids.
of
I'm
the
telling you,
unit
we're not
next door.
giving half this shit some of
Yeah,
these
oh,
other
man.
states.
But there's no individual that owns
Newark,
the
6
association.
billion.
I think it was $6 billion.
It's its own
You're kidding.
thing. And that's
Tax
really
breaks and
$6 billion, New Jersey.
We do whatever the board says. I know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been part of
We're
the board.
we're not going to be in the running on
And
this.
then-
70% of my work is...
Although, who the hell would want to go to Newark?
And I've worked out there.
Do they pay you right away?
They pay in 45 days.
So, okay. So that.
The board
is it
signs the checks,
Haven Community Management?
and they're just a representative for the board of directors.
I understand that. They're
You realize
just
the
their own
home
property.
service.
I don't know. I've never heard of them before. I had a long one.
Oh, okay.
They used to be managed by someone else. Homeowners associations tend to be transient based on price. Management companies charge between $8 and $40 a door to manage the community.
Gotcha.
And this sounds like a common area problem,
It is.
which would be HOA responsibility.
Because just the sizzle.
See, I would tell this homeowner to get a certificate of insurance
There's 2 ways.
for the common area
There's the
of
stock.
the,
There's the
of
actual
the
revenue. And you
community,
have.
Oh, yeah.
and then file an intent to claim against that
insurance company, that will get them to...
That'll get their attention.
It will. But the first thing they've got to do is satisfy that request.
The crazy part is it's outdoors on the stairs where the leak is. I mean,
Yeah.
that is going to be so dangerous.
It is going to be so dangerous. Next week, Saturday, it's going to snow.
Yeah, she's going to bust her ass.
No, it's not going to snow. It might rain once.
But it's going to get cold. As long as that concrete below it gets cold enough,
I think
it'll freeze the ice.
Maybe wood stairs or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's even worse.
You've been out there.
It'll freeze faster than concrete.
You've been to that place?
I've been to that community.
Oh,
I've been to Dakota Station, Dakota Station 1, Dakota Station 2, and Dakota Station 3.
Wow.
Because they can't think of a different name.
I guess not.
They name all the places the same.
Weren't those like Pulte ones or something?
No, I don't believe those were Pulte. I don't believe any of Dakota was Pulte. Good old Fred Pulte.
You know, it's the anniversary of the 22% drop today.
Is that
I think it was under Reagan, so it'd be the 80s, I would assume.
87?
T-Bird. That's your nickname. When I think of you, when I see a helicopter, because you fly. And I got Mother Nature's umbrella right over here.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm just Howie the plumber. I can't get anything creative out of me.
Oh, we can get something creative.
I got a few for Mark, but I like him too much. I'm gonna leave it alone. You're looking good, Tom.
He shaved.
Yeah.
He shaved, he shedded a little weight. It looks like he's lifting a little bit of iron. Good for you. How's your blood pressure?
It runs high, and I always have to.
Yeah, Black Monday they called it.
I always have to fight that.
And also
Biggest one-day drop ever. That's the anniversary today.
Was it yesterday the biggest one-day gain?
No, systemically.
I think it was.
Yesterday?
Oh, no.
Yeah, 150. It was a good day.
No, what it was, I know what they said. That it went from
A record.
what was it, 21 to 22,
You're
faster
double
than
digits.
it's ever gone up 1,000 points
I'm
before.
way down.
It's crazy.
Maybe 22 to 23.
So yeah.
Did it go to 23?
Yeah, we broke 23 yesterday.
Okay, so it went from 22 to 23 faster than it's ever gone up 1,000 points before. That's
Well, before that, I started getting help.
If they get those corporate tax breaks, 20% is what he's asking for now.
Good for you.
So then, thank you.
I'm Tom Martino. We are here for one reason, to help you. I told my son, if you do what you love, money is a byproduct. You don't search for careers based on what you're going to make. You do what you love. And then money is a byproduct. I remember a kid in college asked me, he said, oh, here's what he said. I want to be an attorney. What do attorneys make? He was an intern, interning with me. What do attorneys make? I said, well, not as much as they used to. I said, you know, a lot of guys try a sole practice, and you know they put up a shingle, and you have to really claw to get customers, and then if you get a corporate job, you may start literally as an attorney. Back then, I told him, and you may make $40,000 to $50,000 a year in the beginning, you know. And then he said, what do optometrists make? The point of making is, you go from law to optometry, meaning he had nothing in mind. He was searching for money. It was just like, I want to be a lawyer. This is what what do optometrists make? You know, it's so silly. I often wonder how people decide what they want to do. You should decide on what rattles your chain.
Tom, have I ever told you about my grandfather?
No.
He had it nailed. He was in the golf business. My great-grandfather, they got into the golf business. They built the Broadmoor golf course, and then different golf courses around town. He ran a golf course.
Yeah.
It was his retirement job out at Windsor Gardens. He would do that during the week. He'd play with his buddies. He'd watch golf on the weekends. He absolutely loved what he did.
Well, of course.
He made money.
What a great idea. Okay, David, what's going on with you, David? You were on at the end of the show. You have a problem. What's happening with your home?
Well, I'm hoping to fire a contractor. I had hail damage back in May,
and called the insurance company immediately. They came out with the estimator, and they came up with an estimate about $8,000. So July, found this contractor that promised me the work.
How'd you find the contractor? Not on referrallist.com.
No, sir.
Okay, you found the contractor, and here's your problem with him. You said he put in an auxiliary claim.
Yes.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Many times that happens. Jay, can you explain in a nutshell, quickly, what is an auxiliary claim, and when is it done?
An auxiliary claim or a supplement means that the roofer is looking for more money than the original adjustment.
But it's sometimes needed.
Sometimes needed, that's right. Because
you open up the roof.
Maybe not even open up the roof. The adjuster did not pay for everything that was necessary.
Or you find something.
We open up the roof and we find out it needs new plywood, new decking,
so
things like that.
It went from $8,000, and they asked for a supplement.
Correct.
And what did they ask for?
They asked for $10,000, and then now it's up to $25,000.
Did they want an additional 10 or an additional 2?
Additional 10.
So that went up to 18,000.
Yeah, and the last one is 25,000.
So it went from 8 to 18,000 to 25,000.
Yes.
And why do you not like that? If you truly have this damage, you should be happy that they're advocating for you. If you don't have this damage, you're suspecting they are ripping off the insurance company, and therefore you can't trust them.
Yeah, that's what I'm suspecting.
And what makes you suspicious?
Well, the insurance came up with their auxiliary saying that they talked to Dream Homes at $14,000, and then Dream Homes says that they talked to the insurance company and had $25,000 agreement.
Okay, but
So
where does this all affect
11.
you? If your house gets fixed, what do you care? Tell me what part you don't like about the job.
Just right now, they're $11,000 off.
What do you care? I'm asking, and I don't mean to be smart, I'm just saying, let's say that they're advocating for more money because you need it. What part of the actual construction do you not like?
I guess there's not really. It just seems like it keeps going into auxiliary.
How is it affecting you out of the pocket?
It's not yet.
Okay. See, that's odd to me, and I'm trying to find your angle. Are you saying you feel sorry for your insurance company because they keep hammering them? Or what? Or is there a basic trust issue, and why? Do you have any reason to distrust them other than the negotiation? Like, the work is being done.
Yeah, it hasn't started yet.
Oh, you mean no work has started yet?
Correct.
How do they get... If no work has started, how do they keep coming up with more damage? Are they there examining? Are they writing down stuff? What are they doing?
Yeah, they're examining and writing down stuff.
Okay, so they're perfecting their estimate.
Yes.
Okay. So when it started getting up to 25,000, you understand that it depends on how far you're into this contract as to whether you can get rid of them or not. Did you sign a contract with them?
Yes, for the original estimate.
Well, does it say just the original estimate?
Yes.
No, why would it just say that?
Let me see if I can pull it up.
I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that that contract says that Dream Homes has the ability to go after the insurance company for supplements or changes.
And there's going to be a substantial penalty if you cancel. But here's what I want to know. What is your real game here? What are you trying to accomplish, David? Did you start seeing, did you start seeing more money? I just want to know. I'm fishing. Because no one goes after someone altruistically to save their insurance company money. Did someone say to you, holy crap, that's a lot of money. You can get it done a lot cheaper than that and put money in your pocket. Just tell me, did someone say that?
No, nobody told me that.
Has nothing to do with that at all, then?
One of the things that's happening is over at my parents' house, how I found out about them, the neighbors there hired them, and now they are in court trying to get more money even after the money.
Okay, so you're afraid of them.
Yeah.
Based on all of this negotiation.
Correct.
All right. Well, okay, we have to look into them. I mean, you're asking, is there a way out of the contract? You just sent us the contracts, And I would venture to say there's probably a way out with some penalties. Yes, Suzanne, what?
He sent me the contract, but it's 5 pages in JPEG form, so it's going to be a minute.
Well, what do I have? I don't have the contract?
You don't have, I didn't
I have
realize
everything
he
but
sent
the contract.
everything but the contract with Dream Home, so I'm going to print it.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here, but whatever it is.
Insurance stuff, I guess.
I need the contract, and that's really going to be...
Tom, remember that one clause in the Colorado law that says if the adjustment changes, it starts the 3-day right of rescission over. So that's a possibility if the adjustment does change at all.
That's a roofing contract, though. Well, this is not a roof. This is this a roof job?
I believe so.
I think this is more than that.
It sounds to me like roof, siding, windows.
Is this a roof job?
If it went from $8,000 to $25,000, that sounds like the whole deal.
What is it, David? What kind of job is this?
It's roof, siding, gutters, a couple windows.
But would the roof count? Because it's like a more of a general...
If the adjustment of the roof changes, the homeowner gets, or the time,
right,
it starts again.
I understand that. But is that the roof that changed? I mean, can they argue? I don't know.
Very good. It probably has. It probably has. If numbers are changing, the chances are that they're changing some of the numbers associated with the roof.
How about if in the contract it's talking about supplementals?
All right, we got to take a break, though. If you're in business, I want you to listen up. There's almost, well, not almost, there is no reason not to take advantage of this. No reason. We have searched out the companies doing conversions to LED lighting. Whether you have a 2,000 or 3,000 square foot facility or a 20 or 25,000 square foot facility, you can put money in your pocket. I am telling you that LED lighting, that they use as little as 10% of the energy of other bulbs. As little as 10%. I know companies that were paying $1,600 a month and went down to $400 a month. Imagine saving that much in your bill. You know, you can, and you can get utility companies, in most cases, to chip in for the installation up to 50%, depending on the amount of savings that you're going to get on your electric bill. They will chip in. You have everything to gain here. You start putting money in your pocket day one. You can even finance this. So not only can you get half or up to half paid by utility companies, you get to finance the balance, and the money you're saving on your electric bill will more than pay for that payment. You won't even feel it. You'll be saving money from day one. Please call this company Front Range LED Lighting. Nothing to lose. Why wouldn't you do it today? Front Range LED Lighting. 719-262-2451. 719-262-2451.
Are you in a facility with bulk? Do you have a big facility or
11,000 square feet, and we just made everything LED.
Good. You should have.
Did you get all the tax credits?
Haven't done it yet.
What kind of bulb did you choose? Because we're converting over.
They're LED tubes.
I understand, but they've got a whole bunch of different kinds of.
I don't know the exact.
Lumens and the wattage and all of this.
I think that we went from 60 watt to 5 watt.
Did you bypass the ballast?
We converted the ballast. Good.
We left the troffers in.
We left the troffers in and converted the ballast and the bulbs. So it used to be 4 bulbs, now it's 2, and it gives off brighter, more friendly, more comfortable light.
We tried to do that in here, and they made us put in another light bulb. I swear to God.
It's awesome.
So you converted the ballast?
We converted the ballast, and I did it in all the shop lights. Yeah, my whole facility is LEDs now.
So did you take a look at the different bulbs available? Because some of them, they have a lot more, you know, the little diodes, they have a lot.
Right.
Some have like twice as many.
The drop-down shop lights that we put in to light up our warehouse, we had a choice between 24, 48, or 72 of the lights, and we did 48. It's too bright. Too bright. And you know, you used to see those big halogen, those big cans in their place. It's this big.
Her computers.
They're hanging down, and they've got great coverage, and it's working out awesome. And I leave those shop lights on 24 hours.
Where'd you buy the bulbs at?
The electrician did it.
Okay. See right there.
I'm a plumber.
No, it did.
I don't mess with the electrician. But it came out great. And everyone in the office is far more comfortable rather than those fluorescent tubes that would actually make people tired. The lighting is far more friendly.
It's not an energizing kind of light.
No, and they're also dimmable. And I put dimmers in everywhere.
Did you really?
Yeah, so in anyone's office, in my office, I keep
not doing it.
So before you start your Facebook flip, now you've got a dim.
Right, because now my eyes aren't fighting with my computer screen. You know, the computer screens I can keep lower.
Okay, let me tell you this. Watch this.
That's a damn good
Yesterday,
the attitudes in my office have changed.
This was black the whole
we're in the
show.
process
It was
of doing
working
it. I haven't
perfect.
thought about that. But really?
Yeah,
Just
you gotta make
screen
sure
right
you're
here.
Well, Daphne told me
dimmable.
too, but you're right on Daphne's computer.
There's a
Right?
Go
difference.
here, that's watch this.
What did you do with all the old ones?
See, now it caught up.
No, I gave them to my neighbors because a lot
I
of
just want to make sure
aren't
that
available anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
it's not
they
just
discontinued
that
some
screen.
of them because
Yesterday it was.
So now they
That
have
screen was
scribble.
completely
They
black.
don't want to. No, this is
No,
significant.
because I just went and looked.
Okay.
I
Because
paid
it
for it.
found it.
Yeah,
Not
that-
doing the
Oh,
rebates
much
after.
clearer.
20, 30
Much
grand.
clearer.
Yeah. Yeah, we're an 11,000 square foot facility now. We just doubled in size.
Have you got your first electric bill yet?
No.
You know, this happened to me
So,
yesterday.
for the
on
first
there,
time
too,
ever,
man.
you're anxious to see your bill.
Well, we're used to paying around.
Let us know if
$1,500 a month.
Facebook's freezing on yours, not
So,
YouTube, but
I'm
Facebook.
expecting to see it half.
Yeah, jump to a different video.
Where'd you do that, Wade?
Right
Yeah,
there.
we put in high efficiency
I
air
just tried to
conditioning
hit- I tried to
units.
hit that arrow to see if I could.
We modernized the whole facility.
That's a plug.
I've got some train units that are
Okay.
15, 18
We'll
years
see if she
They're
says
right
that
about in
she's
the
okay.
middle of their life.
Yeah, they're too young to replace, but you can only, train is the only people that can work on it.
Trainers are the only ones that can get parts. They're proprietary parts.
I've tried to
I
get
work
other
on
people-
train all the time.
I've tried to get other people to work on it, but I can't get them.
Oh, I work on train
You'll
all
come
the
work on my train?
Absolutely, but I gotta get the parts from train.
Alright.
It's hard to stop a train.
And he'll toss your salad at the same time.
Yeah, we could do, are they rooftop units?
Yeah.
We could do an examination with a drone.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Okay, so it's
See if there's, you know,
Yesterday,
people call and ask us
and-
hail damage.
And the day
Bring a
before,
drone out.
Monday the
You
same.
don't
way.
actually have to get up unless it's easy to get up.
But it was working perfect. I didn't drop one time any of the show.
I just thought you were a plumber.
That
I didn't know
dropping,
you were.
when it does drop, it's easy
Plumbing,
to
heating,
plug in.
cooling.
I didn't know you did the heating and cooling.
Lately.
Yeah, and that's becoming a very, very large part of our business. And I have the same challenge as you.
Drop it
People.
because they hear
I'm
song.
turning away
They
more
right away.
business than I'm doing.
Say that
Say
again?
they heard a song that's copyrighted and stuff. Would they drop it right there?
No.
Yes, I'm the troubleshooter.
Shooter, and we have in the studio two of the finest businesses run, Excel Roofing and Quality First Plumbing. Call if you have any questions. They're chiming in on other things. Let's talk about this contract. I mean, it's very difficult because we have it. He sent a picture of the contract. The question is, can he get out of it? And we will examine that when I get it. And basically, here's the deal. If you have a contract, you're going to have to figure out if you want to stay in that if you want to enter into that contract based on the quality of the company and what they're saying. It's really ridiculous to get into it and then try to get out of it. You might have an out, but we're not going to have a chance to really do this live on the air. We're just not going to be able to do it live on the air. David, perhaps you may want to just have an attorney go over it and see if you can get out of it. I don't mind going over it, but I think you got yourself locked in. Now, what Jay said is very interesting. There are new regulations for contracts regarding roofs, because the roofing industry was so corrupt that they said if the estimate changes, the claim changes, it triggers a new 3-day right to rescind. And if you didn't know that, then it would start from the time they tell you.
That's true in the plumbing and heating business also.
Oh, it is?
Except if work has commenced.
Really?
Yeah, the 3-day right to rescind on a purchase like this, if work has begun, the rescission rule is over.
And the reason you only have that you have a right to rescind at all with plumbing is because it's being done in your home.
Right.
It's considered door to door. So hold on, and Suzanne, what you can do is take them off. I will look at the contract during breaks, or we'll have an attorney look at it. All right, now we got a lot more to talk about. So Bob says,
and every few days or weeks, it kept becoming more. So when...
All right, hold on. We're running out of time. I'll come up to this. I'm just hoping you have something in writing.
Picture your home with new windows. This fall, you can save on it all during Champion's Fall Season Super Sale. Get 30% off new Champion windows.
Well, with some of these companies, especially with what you do in excavation, you sign a contract to have the excavation done, and a lot of companies will come out, put the backhoe teeth in the dirt, work has begun. Right to rescind is over.
That's after the 3 days.
No. You sign that contract with me now, and I get a backhoe on site and put the teeth in the ground, the work has commenced.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it sounds to me like this guy with the contract, nothing has started.
And it's the scam, it's the deal. They sign people up for $8,000, and then they just supplement the crap out of the claim. And they say, okay, one side of the house, the siding's damaged, but we can never match this color again. And they even have these services that can prove you can't match it. So you got to side the whole house. Yeah, some of these windows.
See, I would tell this guy, have him amend the contract for the screens, and the 3-day will start over again.
It wouldn't be the screens, it would be the roof.
Or the roof.
But I can't imagine if a homeowner called an adjuster and said, you know what, this company that I'm locked into is jacking me around. I want you to change my adjustment by $50. I can't imagine an adjuster not changing the adjustment. And as soon as that happens, then the 3-day right of rescission starts over.
And especially since nothing has started.
Yeah, this is all part of the Colorado roofing rules. I'm not sure. I don't think that there's any provisions that enforce our
commencement.
I don't know about that. But, and see, what roofers say then is, you owe me if you
Did you put that spot in Dropbox?
Cancellation fee because we've done all this work for with your insurance company, which is really not a lot of work.
Right, because that's what, like Rootertown, they'll give you a $26,000 price to replace a sewer line. The backhoe will be there in 15 minutes. The teeth will be in the ground of the dirt. They'll take pictures, and now when you get another bid for $8,000, tough luck, Charlie.
Hey Jay,
They've already started.
For the roof, because that's a lot of roof. Huh? If they do that for the roof, can they say the rest of the contract is valid? It's just the roof part is not valid?
I don't know on that part. That sounds like an attorney question almost. But yeah, if you could, I think if you could invalidate one part of the contract, it would invalidate the whole thing. You know, a 3-day right of rescission is a 3-day right of rescission. The thing I don't get, Howie, and I'm sure you're exactly the same mind of me on this, if you have a customer that things have gone bad in the beginning, are you going to force them to do business with you?
Absolutely not.
But if you're halfway through the job.
Well, if you're halfway through the job, you're into it, of course. I'm talking before any work has begun.
Yeah, it's insane.
These customers...
Because you know it's going to do nothing but get worse.
So you're legitimate.
And I think the reason...
Yeah, you're not thinking like they do.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
I think, though, that the screwballs threaten people just to get part of either the whole or part of the cancellation.
And it's good that you pointed out you didn't find them on referral list. You know, where'd you find this guy? Because now you're entering into an agreement, and now you're shopping them.
Sure.
And now you call Tom to clean up his mess.
That's right. You should say that on air, man.
I say it all the time when I'm listening to the radio. You're yelling at it. You got a referral list right in front of you. You got BBB right in front of you. You got all of these places to find somebody reputable.
We've seen many A-pluses be like that.
Right, and their scale on how they rate you is so off.
Do you know how they do it?
It's based on revenue.
it's based on the number of customers you have.
Based on revenue, number of employees. So if you can have 700 complaints, but still have an A+, but the same company that does a third of the sales with 2 employees will be a D.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So it's not an accurate scale.
And the BBB won't make any adjustments on that if you call them up and say, hey, this, that.
The best way to be is the way we are. Don't have complaints.
Just fix the problem.
Just fix it.
Just fix it and move on.
Yeah.
I lose battles to win wars.
This is what I find out, though, the complaints that you have, very few, far between, hardly ever. They're nuts. They're totally off the
Best
wall.
one was the gutter.
They're not normal. They're just not
Well,
normal.
they set out to complain before they even met him.
He had the nerve to take this guy's old gutters and he was attached to emotionally.
He had a sentimental attachment to these 40-year-old gutters.
We all deal with the same mental health issues anyway. You're going to find them.
The guy didn't tell us that ahead of time either. If he had told us, hey, these gutters are very important.
My dad put these gutters up.
We would have taken them off his bare hands.
My last one.
That was probably my favorite.
Oh, boy. No, he had other complaints, but then when there were nothing to them, he kept moving around.
He's smart though, because like her neighbor, you went over and talked to him and you spotted him in about 2 minutes and said, there is no way I'm getting involved.
Are we online?
Yeah, that's why I said just neighbor. Yeah.
A neighbor that you know wants work done. No way.
He was so funny. He said, I wouldn't tell you. You only talked to him for what, a half hour?
A half hour. He just kept sucking me in now. He did more and more. He started showing me all the things wrong, and they were minuscule. And I'm just, every time he's pointing another thing out, I'm like, there's no way I'd ever work for this guy.
Dude, he's still now, a year later, has issues with the work that was done after the work that was done.
Even free of charge.
Free of charge.
He had wood cedar shingle siding. You've seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Homes. And he was, it was,
I don't want to identify.
Because the reveal wasn't exactly the same on every single one. We took our way up.
Let's do a Facebook campaign on him, and we'll ship it just to that neighborhood.
You know how
Tom's
hard
life
it
will
is
be
to work
absolutely changed forever.
Yeah, those people in North Denver.
Oh, that was just funny as hell.
Yep.
He said pass.
Project, called again, and project manager called me. And I'm like, run.
We're not doing it.
Run. Walk, run.
Oh, that was the best.
At this point, I believe that this is not a good fit. How do I put it? A good fit.
I love when you guys say that.
We don't believe that this is a good fit for
I
you.
say I'm sorry, but I don't have the resources to take on a project like this at this time.
Of the scope and
I learned from you.
Feeling down, and I do.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Helping you to help yourself or helping you directly. I want to bring up another problem, make this very, very clear, because we are building a case. Yes, we are building a case for premises liability against Haven Community Property Management and Dakota Station 2 in Littleton, Colorado. You know, why anyone would ever name a place Dakota Station 2? There's no upside. Because everyone in there, they think, we weren't Dakota Station 1. And those in Dakota Station or Dakota Station 1, whether it's unnamed or not, 1 or 2, or it's just there, because you have a 2, so you have another Dakota Station. Those people see Dakota Station 2 and think, cookie cutter. It's just a bad signal. I don't know why restaurants do that. Sam's number 1, Sam's number 2, Sam's number 3. I mean, it seems ridiculous to me as a name.
Maybe that's just for internal use.
But it's stupid. That's all. I'm not saying they're bad restaurants. In fact, I love Sam's. Which one do I go to? Is it number 3? Is it number 2? I don't know. 303-713-TALK. So, Bob, do you have anything in writing, Bob? By the way, let me reset here because we're starting a new hour. Welcome, and anybody new, tell people about the show. Tell people about Troubleshooter.com and Referralist.com. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Jay Bretz is with us from Excel Roofing, and we have Howie Metz from Quality First Plumbing. We talk about business. They're here to help us. They're on the referral list. And here's the deal. When you have any money being changed, change hands, you need something in writing. You really do. And we asked you, do you have anything in writing? Bob.
I have cashier's checks for all of it. I have a signed note.
Okay, well, listen, the cashier's checks means nothing because that just means you gave her money. Bob, do you have a note that says that you loaned the money? Tell me what the note says. I
don't have the note with me, but it's...
Just roughly, just from memory, what does it say?
It's a note that she gave me promising to pay the money back.
Huh. Really?
December 31st, 2014, and I have a court order.
Oh, wait, you did go and get a judgment?
Yes.
Oh, then you're way smarter than I gave you credit for. Bob, you already got a judgment, a real judgment. So did she show up and defend herself, or was it a default judgment?
No, she did not show up.
Okay, where is she? Do you know?
Right here in Denver.
And she's a real estate broker?
Yes.
Okay, and you have a judgment?
Yes.
Let's publicize the judgment on our page and shame her into paying you.
Okay.
Now, if someone truly cannot pay their bills because they have a hardship, that's a different story. So I don't want to jump the gun. Does she have a hardship?
She says she has bills up to her ears.
Well, is she going to go bankrupt? Because if she does, that's a legitimate way to handle bills. Unless, the only time I have a problem is when people engineer their bankruptcy. They start going out and planning what they're going to do if they get too far in debt. And I think that sucks because it leaves a lot of victims. But, you know, listen.
Well, she has told the attorney that she's going to.
Yeah, so you're probably going to lose out. Now, you can put a lien on one of her closings. Did you know that?
Yes.
It's a writ of garnishment, and you can literally show up. She doesn't even have to know about it. You show up the day of closing with a writ of garnishment, you get her proceeds.
Yes.
Now, this is going to be the argument. Colorado state law says you can only garnish what percentage, guys? Do you know? 25%. So, what is she going to say about commissions? They're wages. Are they? You'd have to make that argument. I'd argue they're not wages. I'd argue that you're entitled to all of it. But does she have a bank account? Have you tried to garnish her bank account?
Yes.
See, you know, Bob, you're way smart. Bob, you are really smart. I mean, you've done everything. What happened?
The investigator checked all of her bank accounts, got copies of the closings from when she sold the Zhang mansion.
So this guy's smart. What happened to the money?
Well, she has yet to proceed to give them the disbursement of it.
Well, listen to this. If she goes bankrupt, all that money goes to the trustee. You may have her over a barrel.
If she has all that money.
What is her name?
Mary Ray.
Mary Ray what? Or is it just Mary Ray?
Mary Ray, R-A-E.
R-A-E. And who does she work for? Whose flag does she carry?
Now she's independent.
But doesn't she have she doesn't have any?
Working for Kentwood, and they disposed of her, and then she was working for Distinctive Properties, and she no longer works there. I don't know what the reason was.
Okay. Do you know if she has any closings coming up?
Not that I know of. We check the internet every day, though.
Well, you're on top of it. What were you hoping I would do? Because you're really on top of it, Bob.
I was just thinking that it might be something to let others know that this is not a person to get involved with.
See, and I would tell you, Bob, she's just the one to get involved with, and let me know when she lists your home, and I will be there and work with you, and in fact, if you let me nab her, I'll give you some money. That's what I think, just the opposite of you. I say list your home, have her help you, have her do the exclusive listing. If your home sells, I hit you with the writ of garnishment at the title company. I get paid, and then I give you a finder's fee. You can, because even if it's not the whole amount, you can still go after her for the full amount. You got to think creatively here. Oh, this Mary Ray is fancy.
Yes. And from what I've heard, I'm not the first one.
Why did you loan her money?
I thought she was a friend.
Oh, that's too bad.
She came over here every night, 5 out of 7 nights for dinner.
Is she around your age?
No, she's 67 or 77.
What?
She's 77.
Oh, this is an old gal here playing these games. 77?
That's probably what she'll do when she goes in front of the judge.
How old are you?
67.
Okay, so was she a lady friend, like romantic, or was it just buddies? Okay.
No, we were just friends. I cashed her checks, and then we got to be friends over the counter.
Yeah.
And
she's 77 years old.
Looks like she's had a few facelifts.
Did you have a picture of her?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Bob, the car guy, just called. He said this lady's been in town for years and used to have the dough and stuff and own a lot of property, but I can't find much on her now.
Mary Ray must have spent it all on facelifts.
Or something.
Oh, man, that's too bad.
And she used to have Mary Ray and Associates, a realty company that she opened in 1971, but that closed, I believe, in 75.
I don't see any pictures of her. Facebook?
We're putting one up.
Oh,
I found one on Facebook.
We're going to put one up. Is it scary?
No, I was surprised she's 70-something. Woo, that's a good search in there.
Okay, 303-713-8255. Jennifer, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. My tax accountant and another financial advisor told me that we could gift to each of our children $14,000 annually.
Yeah.
I looked at the frequently asked questions on IRS.gov, and it seems to support that.
Yeah, you know, you emailed me, and I said we ought to just do this on the show because it is so misunderstood.
Well, what it says on the FAQs is the general rule is that any gift is taxable. However, there may be exceptions, gifts that are not more than the annual exclusion for the calendar year. And the annual exclusion for 2017 is $14,000.
Well, I hate to disagree with the IRS, but gifts are not taxable. They're not taxable. Okay.
It seems pretty explicit on the IRS.
We'll get our accountant on. Gifts are not taxable.
Of course they're not.
Now, let me explain something.
Up to 5.5.
Let me tell you what we all have right now under law. Now, it could change. We all have a $5.5 million bucket of money that we're allowed to give away, up to $5.5 million. And we can give it away. I could give it all to one person, and they won't pay a dime of tax. And I can give it to 2 people.
But you understand why, because it's already been taxed.
Right. Now, remember, I can give away $5.5 million, up to. During my life, let's say I accumulate a lot of money, and I want to start giving it away. If I give away, I'm going to make this easy numbers. If I give away $14,000 to each child, nothing is counted against my 5.5 limit.
Right, it did say that.
If I give away $1,000, excuse me, let's just make it easy. Let's do $100,000. $100,000 to a child, right? Then they don't pay any tax on it, and I don't either. But $86,000 of it goes against my $5.5 million. So therefore now I can no longer give away $5.5 million. I can only give away $5.414 million.
I think what she's saying is the IRS makes you report the gift.
Right. You have to report any gift over 14. For what reason? Because it starts whittling away at your lifetime exemption. Your lifetime exemption is $5.5 million. So very wealthy people have a challenge because no matter what, they're only going to give away $5.5 million.
And once you give the gift, you have to file the form every year for the rest of your life, whether you give them money again or not. I learned this just last week.
Yep, you have to keep filing it so they can keep track of it. So the reason people talk about 14,000 or under, or it might be up to 13,000, you know, whatever, 999. I think it's 14, but whatever it is, the reason people talk about that is to avoid bookwork. They just want to give away 14,000 and avoid the bookwork. Some people, they do care about preserving that 5.5 million as well. But there are no taxes, and that's just the way it is. And in fact, I believe the inheritance tax in general is immoral, because you're paying taxes your entire life on everything you've ever done. And in fact, you're paying taxes on your earnings. You're paying taxes on everything you do. And, you know, to have to tax it again just because you're giving it away doesn't seem right to me. So you know, I don't know what else to tell you, Jennifer, except that they're wrong. And it is the most misunderstood tax there is. The most misunderstood. Because I've had accountants tell me that they couldn't do it because they were trying to figure out a way to get the house to their daughter, and I said, give it to her. Oh no, she'll have too many taxes. Sorry, not true. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, Plumbline Services for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Right now they have free second opinions on any major purchase. Free second opinions. That means if someone tells you you need a panel change for your electrical, a water heater, a furnace, whatever it is, they will come out for a free second opinion. Why? They want a shot at your business. And they figure this is a good way of doing it to give you assurance. But listen, if you have a great deal, they'll let you know, or they'll try to beat it. What? It's only good for you. So take advantage of the free second opinions. They also have something really cool that I like. Find, fix, or free when it comes to electrical problems. You know, about 85% of these problems can be done for $149. So they say for $149, they'll find and fix any electrical problem, and they include parts as well for $149. Now, if it's one of those problems that are way more expensive and they can't fix it on the spot for $149, they'll give you a full diagnostic and a written estimate, and the call will be free. So you have nothing to lose at all, and there's more than a better possibility that it'll be fixed on the spot for $149. So you don't have to have a question mark in your mind when it comes to electrical. And then remember, free second opinions on everything, including drains. 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086. PlumbLineServices.com.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
South of town, northbound I-25 remains closed at Toma Road due to that rolled-over dump truck and the debris all over the highway. State Patrol, CDOT are on scene trying to get that cleared out as soon as possible. It's going to be shut down for a while, though. There's a crash being cleared eastbound C-470 at University.
That you know you won't get hurt. You know, that's where I fix almost anything. Because I said, what's your average ticket of electrical? And you know,
for more real-time
I said, pick a really good price in there that you can fix most problems.
The weather forecast
Get out there
partly
and do
sunny today with a high near 79.
Somebody
Right
said
now,
about
mostly cloudy and 70.
165. Let's do one. Mary Ray's on. Oh, sweet. Because I said,
good job, man.
Well, she sounds very old. She sounds 77.
Oh. So I said, be careful. Can't fix it. You know, most likely when you give them that report, it's like, well, it's going to be $350. And you still say that. Just while you're here, you may as well fix it.
Are you going to get a plug for her plastic surgeon?
I believe that. I believe because people, they don't want to go through the house, calling somebody else out.
It's a great way to get
a lot of
in.
realtors use
And it
55 years old.
They really can do a lot of stuff for one
You have to have well-trained technicians who know how to sell.
No, this is online does.
If they don't know how to sell,
They
sell
do.
the deal, then it's, you know what I'm saying?
Does Facebook go down? Not Facebook.
2.5.
That's it? 2.5%? Oh, 2.5%. That's quite a bit.
I haven't caught up to that $5.
Not Facebook.
I'm starting to get. I dropped the stem cell. We have to do something about all these crises. We got this. You can't sustain it.
Well, I love that they do the second opinions. I love that they do that. I can't afford to do it. But I love it when they do a second opinion on me. Oh, not even close.
Because then you get the deal every time, right?
They're 60% higher than me, average, consistently.
But most people are higher than you.
I know.
How did you decide your price?
Because I want to do relationships. I want all your money, just not today. Over a long period of time. That's the whole thing.
That's a good one right there.
We need to talk to Howie because he's the exact person.
So she said, I don't really own money. She said, I know I own money.
My guys love it because they don't have to go in. If you leave that house with less than $1,200, you're fired. That's my guys don't have to go through that. If they fix something for $140 and get a good review,
Look here, you old
I love them.
Yeah, you start
I'm in love with them.
That's worth its weight in
And I
gold
don't make
right
them
there.
join
What you do with the money?
I don't make people do that. I don't try to buy their loyalty.
I believe you. I've always believed you.
I've earned it. I don't need to mess with it that way. It's not a one and done cultural issue.
You're smart.
Well, I'm 24 trucks in 9 years.
Is banking doing okay today?
What's that?
Banking doing okay?
I'll tell you, this morning everything was hit when we were 100 down.
63,000.
No, I didn't.
Fully loaded?
I think it was simply because of the anniversary.
And logoed. GPS tracking.
All of your inventory and everything.
Yes.
This one's been, I
How
bought
much
a
are you
shit.
going to tell me, 80 or 100?
Now I day
That's
traded
what
it
a plumb
and
line
made some money to get even.
They got a hacky body. This beast of a body.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
bought it 74.
I buy Supreme box trucks.
But in the past 3 days, I've day traded thousands of shares and made probably
I get them.
anything. I've made what I've lost. It's so weird because
to Mastercraft.
it's first in, first
It's like
out.
tab
So
over?
if I'm holding 1,000 shares and I day trade,
It's a Chevy
I buy
van.
another 1,000
It's a
day
Chevy
trade
one
and sell 1,000.
cargo van.
It goes first in, first out.
With a 12
So it looks like it just keeps fucking your shit up.
If you're told the com was wrong.
Yeah.
That people can hear me on Facebook.
Ultimately, it brings down everything.
I didn't know you guys knew people could hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. People
Facebook
love
and
listening.
YouTube.
Tom cusses a lot, but outside of that, everything's good.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
switch over like a light bulb.
He drops you a phone every now and then. Every now
I usually don't cuss.
Major, you're the cleanest guy I've ever heard.
She didn't hear it.
You don't get the title Major Mark Major for nothing.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome, 303-713-TALK. Okay, Bob says, look, I was nice. I loaned 30 grand to a real estate broker, Mary Ray.
That he met in a grocery store.
He said we were good friends, and I'm heartbroken that she never paid me back. I got a judgment against her, and I'd like to get paid. Mary Ray is on the phone, actually, and we really appreciate when people want to give their side of the story. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Tom.
So, what's happening?
Tom Pinto was a very good friend of mine and his partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I, on Christmas Eve, I got served papers. They were suing me. I thought they knew that I had every intention of paying them back. Just my luck had turned. I'd gotten hit by a car. It caused me a great deal of pain in my neck. So my luck real estate-wise has slowed down.
Okay.
I certainly intend to get back on my feet. I just came from 2 doctors today, and
When were you hit by a car, Mary Ray?
It's been it was on March 13th, 2015.
Oh.
So
2 years ago.
Hurt my occipital nerve, and I was with Kentwood. They felt I had become a liability because of the accident and the injury.
Now,
So
who was it? Someone else's fault?
Yes, I was on Spear and Downing, and I was at a stoplight, and she plowed into me.
Were you able to go after her?
No, because when she hit me, it kind of put me into the bridge on Downing. She got out of the car to see if I was alive, and then took off. So since that time, I thought maybe they had cameras, but
you have uninsured motorist coverage, right?
Well, I got I have uninsured motorist. I've certainly maxed that out.
Well, give me a tissue. Where's the guy's $30,000? What'd you do with it?
Hey, Bob, by the way...
Seriously, that's insane. I mean, now it's turning into this and that. What happened to the guy's $30,000?
This is Mark speaking over there. I'm Tom. And Bob, did you meet her after the accident or before?
Oh, no, we were friends. We've been friends for a long time.
Okay, so Bob, you knew her before this accident?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and then the accident came. She said she had every intention of paying you.
Well, I still do.
You do?
Absolutely.
Are you in a lot of debt, though?
Well, no, I had 2 sales that kind of cleared my slate a little bit.
Good.
I still have the $30,000 judgment, and but I have every intention of paying him back, and I've reached out to him twice, but I never got a call back. So, I feel sick about it, and I've never screwed anybody before, and I have never, not to Bob Pinto. He's been a good friend of mine. So, I just need a little time.
Bob,
and the doctors were encouraged to me today. So
yes.
The good news is she's not hiding from this. She's publicly declaring this. She's saying she wants to pay you back. I mean, now Mark's rolling his eyes and looking a little skeptical here. Mark, what do you think?
I don't think he's going to get the money. Bob, do you think you're going to get the money?
No.
Why is that, Bob?
Well, she's never made an attempt to pay anything yet.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly intend to. You sued me on Christmas Eve this year, so what? I'm working on it.
Yeah, you know why he sued you. I mean, he wanted to make sure he could get something.
Why not any payments? Maybe even a couple $100 or something. Anything. He's saying there's been no good faith at all.
The money was due on December 31st, 2014.
And that's before the accident?
Yes.
No. Well, no, No. All this happened happened after the accident. So.
We understand that he loaned you the money before the accident, and then...
No, that's not true. My life all changed after the accident, after I got let go by Kentwood. All this happened...
And that was after he had already loaned you the money.
No. Then he loaned me the money.
Oh. So, Bob, you loaned her the money after her life went downhill.
Supposedly.
Well, do you remember the car accident, Bob? Or
no,
was it
I don't remember anything about it.
Then it must have been something in her past. I mean,
they took me to the doctor, he and Jim. Took me to the doctor about 10 times. Where they had to give me a shot in my neck. What is he talking about?
Okay.
See, this is she owes him the $30,000, right? And it's turning into she's pissed at him, and that's insane.
We know that she owes the money. She admits she owes the money. I was just a bit confused. Here's what I thought. I thought she said I had every intention of repaying.
Well, I do.
But I got into an accident which made my life more difficult. And now you're telling me, oh no, that accident happened before I met him.
Well, that's exactly what she said, is why you thought that.
The accident happened after I met him. I was working at Kentwood,
They knew me when I was working at Kentwood.
Didn't she just say it happened before, just a few minutes ago? Okay. All right. So,
well,
you met. Okay, Mary, that's fine. Mary.
I've never, ever been challenged for my word. So I don't know who the guy is questioning me, but I didn't.
Didn't what? Didn't lie.
I didn't lie.
Well, I'm not saying she lied. She could be confused is really what it sounds like. Why don't, if you owe this much money, though, and I'm being serious here, why not just go bankrupt? Then it's done and over. The judgment's not going to matter.
Well, that's what my attorney says.
It could very well be the best thing for you. Then, honestly, this is for her. Then she could start over. Honestly. If you don't have the assets to pay it, I mean, that's it. And I'm sorry for the caller. He's probably going, well, that's not a good idea. But I don't think he's going to get paid anyhow. Well, you're not exactly in your big earnings years.
Mary, from a strict practical point of view, if in fact your earning ability was affected by this accident and your bills piled up and you truly had no control over it, Mark's right. Bankruptcy is an option.
Well, that's what my attorney keeps telling me. But I didn't want to do that. They file a judgment. They still, I can do that. But I don't want to do that in good faith. But honest to God, maybe today I will. I'm so freaking sick of it. And Bob Pinto knows me better than anybody. And he knows that I have every intention of paying him. And he knows my life has gone to hell.
That's my whole point, though. I think the best thing for her, honestly, if she doesn't have the assets, I don't know her, would be a fresh start for her.
But, you know, what's really odd, Mary, is Bob's been checking with a private investigator, and when you have these closings, the money never hits a bank account. So I don't know how that's happened.
Because this attorney had already taken everything I had out of my account. His attorney.
Bob, did you ever get paid anything?
He told me not to put any money in my account.
Never a dime.
She's saying
ask his attorney. She got $1,000 or $500, something.
I wonder if they have.
Did you garnish her account, Bob?
Of course they did.
Yes, she did.
Bob, did you garnish her account?
The private investigator did, and I think there was $198 in it.
Okay. So here's the deal. Okay,
I know the deal.
You owe him money.
I'm not stupid. I know him.
Well,
yeah,
I know.
She should move on. Honestly, I mean that. If she really has no assets, this is not good for her at her age.
See, now Mark's he's talking to you practically now. Again, Bob's not happy about that, but I don't know what.
Give her Wink and Wink's info.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you really, boy, I feel weird here. This poor guy calls to help us collect. Listen, Mary Ray, truly, if you do need help with a bankruptcy attorney, don't use your attorney just because he's an attorney. Not all attorneys do bankruptcy well. But Wink and Wink, we have them on our referral list. I mean, this is truly being objective here and unbiased. We got a guy who's owed money. If she truly had her life go to hell due to no fault of her own, and she's buried in debt, well, that's what bankruptcy's for. And I don't know how to, say neutral here. It's 303-410-1720. That's Wink and Wink. They don't do any judging either because of situations like this. I don't know what to say. I know that Bob doesn't like it. winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. Bob, we're not telling her she shouldn't pay you, but truly, if she truly is in debt due to no fault of her own and things got out of hand, I don't know what else to tell her at 77 years old.
That's my whole point. And this way, he'll find out if there is assets, they'll find him, the trustee.
We have more coming up.
But she probably has assets.
That's a weird. That call took a funny turn right there.
Yeah.
I can't remember one like that before.
Hey, maybe she'll work for Frank Duran.
I said, get me a tissue. And you had to point out that was me, not you. That was great.
That was great.
Frank Duran.
That was not Tom. That was Mark.
Wink and Wink's your first call. Frank Duran's your second call.
Actually, is Jay, are you hiring? Office help? Howie?
Does she own her home? Does she have rental properties?
That's why I'm saying the bankruptcy, because if she doesn't file, she's got assets.
Yeah, but she said the attorney said to go bankrupt, so unless the attorney...
No, the attorney's saying threatening to go bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
Real estate lady like that, sounds like she was a high flyer before. I bet she's got equity in the house.
She literally, I mean, she specialized in...
She was getting confused, though, for real.
Historic homes.
I don't think she was lying. I don't know if she knows when she got into an accident now.
No, she doesn't.
You handled that well, Tom. That one could backfire on a guy right there.
Because you got Mark here with the tissue.
I'm not the bad guy, it's Mark.
I know you.
Kleenex box is right over there.
I'm still good.
I'm being nice to you.
She looks like a good gutter lady.
He said one time...
I know you're looking for gutter people.
He said one time on air what he orders at Starbucks. I don't even know how it came up, but it's like the strangest drink you ever heard of. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, do you get a free tampon with that by any chance?
Oh, that went over well.
No, I don't.
Cam Newton made a comment similar to that once. Lost all his sponsors.
Yeah, I know. Who?
Cam Newton.
Oh.
He was talking about women knowing routes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even hear the interview. Was it that bad?
It didn't. I just read it, and I couldn't understand why it was
if you watch it, the interviewers, when he said that,
he's very belittling.
He was kind of jokingly, and he was, but he didn't get any laughter from the room. Nobody in the room.
So
laughed.
he didn't execute.
Right.
Yeah.
It was not taken as a joke.
Yeah.
And it totally backfired.
You know, people can't joke anymore. They can't.
Well, you can joke, but
he wasn't funny. That was the problem.
You're right, but he says, "Hey, sorry about that. You could have said something like that." You know, I didn't mean that.
But his apology was sincere.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I thought I
didn't see the apology. He did a real apology.
He did a real apology. I mean, he talked about raising daughters to have high self-esteem.
So that's good. Oh, I thought
it was good.
He probably picked up some spots.
He may have bounced back, but
I don't think Dannon picked him back up. That was his big one, right? Dannon yogurt.
Who?
Dannon
yogurt.
Oh.
The Greek yogurt side of Dannon is what he pitched.
And he's not even Greek.
Yeah.
We don't think.
I don't
but
think
he's right. You
I
got
don't
it.
think he's Italian or Jewish either.
You say that, but a lot of people are so sick of political correctness. They're very sick.
It's getting crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, they're just sick of it. I mean,
they are. Well, that's why Trump.
I like to think I say stuff a lot of people are thinking. There was a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, great! Now this woman is saying why she can't pay back the $30,000." Well, who really gives a shit? She borrowed the money. If she's not going bankrupt, pay the guy his money if you have it.
And she has all the good faith in the world to pay it back. And you're right. Throw him $100.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Something.
Right. When did you say she did the borrowing? I can't remember.
It's been 2.5 years.
Well, she said 2015, and then she said no, that was a car wreck. I'm confused.
I think that she was on some pain meds because she was all over the place.
I think she's working in an office because she said I got to go do this in the car. So
it's just horrible when
maybe she's listening to this commercial.
Yeah. She had no problem coming on when I said that.
Did she call in or did you call her?
I called her.
Okay.
Yeah. She had no. Yes. Yeah.
You know what? Give her credit on that. Because so many people will.
Mom always gives credit like that. If the business comes on, but there are businesses that come on just to lie more.
Oh yeah.
It's
dumbasses. They stick their foot in.
Yeah, we have them.
Yeah.
Did you get my last one? Was Rudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had it on. You know what he tells me every time I call him? Man, you guys are busy as hell. You guys really drive me out. I'm serious.
Yeah, so it was a plea bargain or something.
I can't come on though. I'm so busy.
I'm gonna
because they probably.
I'm gonna hand you these two
difficult and
ask you a question. So each of you.
Me and Howie?
Yeah, give them one.
Yeah, or something. So they just decided not to go through with it. They just come.
Auto glass.
I gotta go back. Where are you going? Well, I don't know.
All right, I got to ask you two something, all right? I handed them that warranty we were talking about from Insight Auto Glass. You want to recap that real quick?
Okay, so Insight Auto Glass, a guy has his windshield replaced. Insight Auto Glass.
About a year ago.
Couple days later, his rear view mirror falls off. They put it back on.
Yep.
A year later, it falls off. Takes a little chip of the windshield with it from where they glued it on.
So nothing, no damage on the outside.
He goes back for warranty work, which is a lifetime warranty from Inside Auto Glass, and they say, we're not going to handle it. It's obviously owner abuse because you can't possibly get that off without grabbing it and yanking on it. And he said, I didn't grab and yank it. No one else grabbed and yanked it, and therefore I want it covered under warranty. We had other people call and say it can easily fall off over time if it's not done correctly, and or if you something about curing the glue wrong, it can literally eat into the glass. Whatever, we've had almost every windshield place say it is something they should warrant. Yet Insight Auto Glass refuses to warranty it, and they refuse to stand by their warranty, which Mark pointed out was an all-inclusive warranty.
Now, what do you guys see in that warranty that it would definitely be covered, no matter what?
And anything you feel just isn't right.
Now, first of all, they're nimrods for putting that in their warranty.
No, there's no asterisks.
There's nothing. So this basically means if you got a brand new windshield,
he should take them to small claims
and I
court.
threw a rock through it, they should cover it because I'm not happy with them.
This certificate, it has absolutely no conditions on it whatsoever.
We're going to take them to court, and I told the guy, but guys, can you imagine putting that in a warranty? I mean, is that not the dumbest thing you've ever seen?
That's dumb, right?
And then not covering the actual problem that is a real warranty problem, in my opinion, they won't cover. So they promise the world they deliver zero. Insight Auto Glass, folks, stay the hell away from this company.
It's pretty simple to me. I think they should just cover the windshield and change their warranty. Bingo.
That's right. They should, and they're not.
I'm going to keep reminding people of this.
Has anyone gotten through to him yet?
Oh, we've called. They're not going to do anything. Nope, they did it on purpose. I said, well, what is this on your warranty? He doesn't feel right about it. That's evident. He's calling a damn radio show. He definitely doesn't feel right about it. So cover it.
Here's how I feel. When companies dig their heels in over issues like this is what I say.
It's probably $100 piece of glass.
This is what I say. They absolutely should be avoided. It's that easy. They should be avoided. Why would you ever go to someone who's giving someone this much trouble? Why? It just tells you, Insight Auto Glass, they're boneheads. You remember I used to have the Sleaze Brigade, but I also had Bonehead Battalion? Here's the problem.
I don't remember.
I did.
Bonehead Battalion.
I did, along with Sleaze Brigade. Now, I'm wondering, should I have a Bonehead Battalion?
I think we need to bring back the Bonehead Battalion. That's
because
great.
They belong on it. Because they're not really sleaze. They're just boneheads.
Yeah, they're not like well, actually, it's pretty bad. It says the warranty says it covers it.
I should make it sleazebrigade.com, which also covers boneheads. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a category for boneheads. Suzanne, can you make sure I get that information for it? And in fact, if Daphne's listening, we got to update Sleaze Brigade. There's a lot of sleazy people we have not put on there lately. And we have to remind people about that. Okay? So, Sleaze Brigade, let's update that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk about Todd. Todd, what do you want to talk about? Todd is with High Plains Contracting on our referral list at referrallist.com. What are you looking for?
Well, I've got a client out here in Lakewood. I've got a remodel project going with a small church out here, and they have a food bank. And the Rocky Mountain Food Bank was gracious enough to donate them a big commercial refrigerator.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, but there's a caveat.
7 foot wide, 6 foot tall, but they can't get it in. It's so big they can't get it in their space. Right now, it's sitting in the entryway to the sanctuary at the church. It's the only place it'll fit. I talked to the pastor, like, hey, maybe you should talk to one of these, commercial restaurant supply places. Maybe they can swap it out for something that fits. But the conditions that it was loaned to them under said they can't do anything like that. It's take it or leave it. And I was wondering if there might be some listeners that might be willing to donate a couple of old fridges, and I'll facilitate getting them over here to the church.
So what are they going to do with this big one? They're going to give it back to Rocky Mountain Food Bank?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they just need some fridges. They have a church. They're feeding the homeless. I mean, I know we have listeners out there that have an old fridge that's been sitting somewhere that's in good shape and running. We don't want crap that they'd be happy to donate, maybe multiple ones.
I mean, it was so nice that Rocky Mountain Food Bank donated that. I just don't understand their reasoning why they can't trade it for something that they can use. But I don't. I mean, that's up to them, of course. We're not going to make a big deal about it. But okay, so we need what size fridges, or do you need freezers too?
I mean, most, I've never seen a refrigerator that didn't come with at least a small freezer, so I'm sure it could be used.
Okay.
But anything, from an old refrigerator or like a chest freezer or something like that, like I said, this is one of those big commercial units that you'd see in a restaurant kitchen. It's huge.
Do they need big refrigerators, though, because they have a lot of food, right?
Right. I noticed them throwing a bunch of stuff away, and I asked them about it, and that's when the pastor explained the situation.
But normal fridges, like in a kitchen, would work, right?
That's what
okay.
Just big ones.
Yeah, not a little college thing.
Right. So, we're going to put out the word, and where should we direct people to call?
They can call me, and I've already talked to the pastor this morning and let him know that you guys are going to try and help out.
So, Todd, what number should they use? Give us a number, and we'll plug it.
It's 303-957-8014.
And here, if you got one working, I got to tell you, they're hard to get rid of. So, I mean, this is like basically free appliance day.
Yeah, so if you have a big refrigerator or freezer or combo, they need it. At what church is this?
It's the Bible Missionary Church in Lakewood.
I just thought of something. Suzanne, maybe we reach out to our friends over at Appliance Factory and see, when they deliver a new fridge, they must take the old one a lot of times. Maybe they've got something they could donate.
Maybe they have some. That would be great at Appliance Factory Outlet. Okay, we got to take this break.
You didn't get that major title for nothing.
Please put that up on the line.
I've heard that title.
Keep those on there. Keep Beverly up there. I need the Coogan guy, too, the other guy, or the Eric. And then I need this, I need everything on these lines so I can remember that. And also this one about the food.
Somebody's remodeling.
This lady criticized me a while ago.
I just recycled that. I see it now. I can actually probably do it.
I just
can put
researched
stuff on here. Let me try. I'm going to do something on 11.
So basically, she didn't like. Where's the original? Here it is. Where's the original? That's the one that's pissed me off. You know what? It probably came in through live. But she didn't like some view I had. So I fire back over at her. But then she emails me today and basically says, I'm with you. Your shit radar on this woman. She sounds like the type that will always have something wrong with her neck.
Whoa.
She has no intention. So now she agrees with me.
Yeah, she's 77 years old. She was mad. Who was she mad at before? What did you say to what kind of a guy was it, or a person?
I don't remember.
It was a caller, right? She was mad about.
She didn't like how I handled something.
And this is another 77-year-old lady.
We don't know how old she is.
No, it's just funny though. She's very straight shooter. She's
so I added it to 8. So we got 8.
Sometimes people, it doesn't matter. I could give money to the homeless, literally live on air, and they'd have a problem with it.
Was it that Indian one? Where you had said... where you said they're always outside of McDonald's and stuff, they're looking for...
They're holding up... How about people that are holding up signs, will work for food, in front of a Burger King that has a sign, now hiring? It's just amazing to me.
It happens all the time.
And this lady calls up, well, you don't understand. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
They wanted a park pass or something. That's okay, right?
Which I don't even know what to say about that. From Make-A-Wish, but yet the kid wasn't dying. I shake my head at some stuff. I'll tell you when you guys...
Remind people to take their hoses off.
When Anthony Bass was sitting down where you were.
Yeah, that's good.
And Tom about flew
You're going to use your hose? Use it. then disconnect it.
I never heard so many.
That's a
F-bombs
huge
in my
You
life.
just can't leave it.
Oh
Now's the
my
time of year you
God.
just can't leave it.
One of the best videos.
That's also the best time to change
Because
parental.
Bentley, what did they do?
He sold this woman
Oh, this is terrible.
these tubs that you walk into, a walk-in tub
Yeah,
for
those
the
things are
elderly.
crazy expensive, like $8,000 or $10,000.
No, it was 16,000, but it
I
gets
remember
better.
that guy.
This woman is this big.
Yeah.
She physically couldn't get into the tub.
And he sold it to her?
And he not only sold it, installed it, was done, and she couldn't shower.
Had to cut out the wall to get it in.
And charged Medicaid for it.
I do.
So he comes in. He couldn't believe the guy showed up. He comes in. He's sitting right where you are. I think what I put up. I think I put Troubleshooter Goes Apeshit for the Facebook, and I got to tell you, it was unbelievable.
So whatever happened with it?
Ultimately, she ended up getting a new tub. I think, though, what sucks is Medicaid paid for it.
Probably. We don't know
I think the taxpayers paid him twice. He made a profit twice, even though he's the one that sold her a tub she can't get into.
Medicaid originally said walk-in shower, and he talked her in to do the tub.
The tub that she can't fit. And it's worse than that. It wasn't one of his sales guys who went out and did it.
It was him.
He personally went out, met her, and all she does is sit in this recliner. She rolls over the recliner, literally on both sides. She's huge.
She was so big.
I've got
more 2 sponges to give her a sponge.
I got. So as we're doing this,
You guys are relentless.
as we're doing this video, I've got to literally explain to everybody how big she is. So I have her stand up.
measure her.
I had Dan come over with his measuring tape.
Yes.
Hey, we got it done though. We got her a shower. I mean,
That's good.
And then seriously, even if she could have got in there, and there's no way she could have got in there.
she couldn't close the door.
She couldn't close the door.
Which means you can't even use the bath because you got to close the door to fill it up.
Oh, it was.
Those things are so easy
You know what
to
he said?
install, too.
He says, I didn't know how big she was. She didn't get out of her chair.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Flexident, if you're getting your car fixed, get it done the right way, the insurance preferred way, the way that only takes just a few days and they can get you in right away. No drill and fill. You'd be surprised how many people are still doing that. Do the paintless dent repair with Flexident. FlexidentColorado.com, 303-619-6273. Multiple locations. We know Nick and the guys. They're great people. Flexident. 303-619-6273. All right, we have so much to talk about. We have our experts here. We have Jay Bretz with us, and we have he's with Excel Roofing, and we have, of course, Howie Metz with Quality First Plumbing.
Howie, do you go
and
to Boulder?
it's the first time that we've had guests on whose last names rhyme.
Metz and Bretz.
Just to tell you, I don't know, it's a weird one.
High five.
Okay.
That was the most lame high five
Lisa.
I've ever witnessed.
What's going on, Lisa? Lisa. So, this was a serious call. I didn't want to just let it go. Are you there, Lisa? She said her brother is missing after going to prison.
That's weird.
For first-degree murder.
That is real, like something, like he
Like
was
missing,
killed or something?
I don't know.
Now she's missing.
Now, if you are, Lisa, listening, call back, please. Okay, Jeff wants to talk about insurance rates unfairly going up. Are you talking about your homeowners, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
What's going on with your homeowners?
Well, it started last year. We went through 2 severe hailstorms 2 weeks apart, and I have some outbuildings and a detached garage and also a manufactured home that the hail did a lot of really bad damage to the windows, roofs, stucco, things like that.
Jeff, how long have you had this policy?
Oh, about 16, 17 years.
And that's way too long for one company. What's the name of the company?
Shelter Insurance.
Okay, and what is the face value of the insurance?
You mean on the what it's...
Yeah, your total insurance, what is it? How much?
Oh, well, it used to be
No, I'm talking about the insured value, like 500,000, 200,000. What is it?
It was 300,000.
Okay. Now, you're talking about your premium going up drastically. What is it going up to?
Well, it started out at $1,950 or $75 a year, and then it went up to $2,775, I believe.
So that's what it is now?
Yes.
Okay. And are they saying you need to fix something or make it better? Is there something they don't like?
No, sir. What they did was they paid out on the claim. Everything.
How much was the claim?
About probably 83 to 85,000.
Yeah? Wow, that's a big claim. Did you get everything fixed?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, so that's why your premiums are going up.
Well, here's the thing, Tom, that we were under a fire code rating, which was a 4. And after, it was this way for years. And then up to about 2 to 3 weeks ago,
they changed the fire rating, right?
Yes, sir.
I went through this.
Yep. They do that.
It was absolutely miserable.
They do it arbitrarily.
One insurance company, when they look up the rating, it would show a 4 and would want $12,000 a year. Another one would look at it, and mine went up to a 7, and they'd want half. It was the craziest thing I ever dealt with.
The higher number better?
I don't remember. Whichever way it went.
I think it's the lower number that's better. I'm not sure, though.
Whichever way it is, it absolutely sucks that they all don't use the same thing.
Now, Jeff, have you shopped it? That's the most important question.
Call Compass, tell them Safeco.
Hold on. Let's get him hooked up right now just to shop that one number to find out. I want to address something that's very important, and that's water that we assume is purified because it goes through a water system. Yes, it's purified to government standards, but did you know that the government allows a certain amount of stuff in your water? Trace amounts of medications, sediment, metals, and other materials. Here's what you need: a whole house purification system. And here's what I love about this guy, Al, at
and I was within 5 miles.
They didn't even account for that?
I said, look, here it is. And I even got something from the fire marshal there, and they said it doesn't matter because until we update our internal system, there's nothing we can do. They said there's no way we can do it. We can't override it. And I said, well, that's just stupid. So I left. I totally pulled away from it. Damn Deputy Dan.
Stupid.
They're just so huge, you know. I mean, really, what you're doing is you're fighting bureaucracy there.
This is Denver's Talk Station. More with Martino after the news on 630 KL.
Yeah, it went pretty good when you were gone. Here's what I would do, though. I would let the video go to about, if he was going to do preps for the next day. Yeah, I'd let it go to say so people could see the goodbyes or whatever. But I never told him, so a little more comes out of him, which is good.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes when something might be said, that's the only thing.
Well, I'd stop him then.
Okay.
The president also
I'll do that.
comments, which he's been critical.
Just to, like, you know, just a minute or two.
You bet. No, I understand.
Dan on vacation?
Yep.
Yeah, he went to
Minnesota.
Minnesota's? Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
He grew up on a farm.
No, nobody goes to Minnesota.
Dad would go down by the creek even.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you go to where you grew up?
Oh, yeah.
To the actual farm?
Oh, no, not that farm place. It was actually another farm and stuff. But, I did go to my hometown.
Which is where?
Bora.
How do you spell it?
B-O-R-U-P, Minnesota.
Borat?
Bora.
He's from Borat.
Isn't that a guy?
Actually, it was named after the Earl of Bora.
The Earl of Borup.
Yeah.
Yep, a city in Minnesota.
110 people?
Wow.
No.
So everybody knows everybody.
Here, I'll tell you exactly. You don't know your own shit. Uh-oh, this is weird. Borup was known for an air raid shelter built in the town by the Doomsday Cult. Were you part of this cult?
No. This is in, like, Sweden or something.
You lived in Sweden?
No.
You were just in Sweden?
No, the Earl of Borup was from Sweden.
So this is the wrong Borup.
That's Ron Bora.
You're going, doomsday cult. See, this would have been a cool background.
They weren't supposed to say anything about that.
How did I miss that?
Here it is, Borup, Minnesota. Okay.
Not a lot written in
He's
there.
from Borup. There's like nothing written. Here it is. Okay, wait, maybe here we go. Now, let's see, 2010, 110 people. Yeah, but is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
It
saying
used to be 113.
since 2010 they haven't had any children in Borup.
There's not too much in there.
Look what you did to the town when you left.
I know. We used to be 113.
Here it is. Actually, it shrunk. The estimate for 2016 is 106.
There's not much there.
And there's one person per every 440 square miles.
You can buy the bar there and the house they live in, which ain't a bad house, $205,000.
And the business. Is it the only bar in town?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does anybody go to the bar?
Oh yeah, we went to it.
We were the first ones there. Oh my goodness. 37 households, 27 families. Holy shit, that's a small town.
That's a small one. One stop sign. Wow.
37 households, which 40% had children under the age of 18 living with them.
I want to tell them, how long were you there? I was actually on a farm. I went to school there.
And it grew.
You were further out from here. I was 5 miles away from there. This was a city. We used to dress up to go to war.
Yeah, so
the crypt didn't even go to
to put on your Sunday best.
There you go. Actually, back then, people did always.
I have to know.
Anywhere they were.
That I'm going to have initial.
What city did you actually were born in?
And I know it can't not work because people are so good.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This is the Consumer Show. We have Howie Metz with Quality First Plumbing here. And, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. If you have any plumbing questions, give us a call. He is one of the best, been on the referral list for years. We have Jay Bretz with Excel Roofing. Again, a well-run, great company. There are a lot of new regs that are really regulating the roofing industry, but they're not being enforced.
They're not being enforced at all, Tom, and I think that the best thing for a consumer to do is to use those to their benefit if they need to get out of a bad contract or something like that. But in terms of getting the authorities to enforce any of that stuff, it's just not going to happen.
But we can probably get you out of a contract because most of them are written wrong.
That's right.
Yeah. And you should look at, well, let's talk about insurance right now because I want to take this guy who's been waiting. And he had basically a piece of property insured, and he's been insured for 17 years, and he wants to know what to do. And I said, well, he should shop around for sure. But he had one other thing to say before we go on to phase 2, which is, for the heck of it, I'd like to see what other companies would offer him under the same conditions. But, Jeff, you said you had something else to say. The only reason we cut you off is because we were at the end of the show. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. The thing that they said, the reason they raised our rate, Tom, was for years we thought we were 5 miles from the fire department, and then what they did was did some checking and found out through Google Map, or they had an independent drive it, but we're 5.3 miles.
You're screwed. Right. They won't change, Mark?
No, if it's 5.3, he's over, man. It will move.
And they really here, Brian at Compass Insurance Group, they're really sticklers about that, aren't they?
Yeah, over 5 miles is automatic town class 10, and that's, I heard Mark just talking a minute ago, it is one of those things that is difficult because different companies use different measures. There is the protection class, which is what we're referring to here, and that's an ISO base. It's more of a uniform type thing that all insurance companies are supposed to use. But then there's also a fire score, and that's a separate thing, and that's more about the condition around the home, whether there's a lot of fuel there, and that one is more subjective. So it is difficult because you'll get different responses from different carriers.
When they shop for me, we found that Safeco seemed to be more liberal than the other ones.
Now, Jeff, what you should do, since you had the same company for 17 years, but you recently had a loss of about 80 grand, you should shop, and they can put it out to 25 companies or more and get you a real number.
I mean, I would just like to know, wouldn't you? I mean, you have nothing to lose. Nothing.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and I would like to do it and try to get back before the end of the hour with a number, because right now you say that your premium is up to $2,700.
Yes, sir.
$2,700. Now, it's a rural property. They always have some challenges, right, Brian?
Yeah, and it sounds like it's over 5 miles, so it's going to be a town class 10. It is going to be a little bit more difficult one.
But I would like to at least, I'd like him armed at least with the truth. So maybe he'll find that shelter insurance, which he has now, is treating him pretty well. Because, Jeff, no matter what, you're going to have to go with someone. So we may as well try to get you the absolute best. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put him directly in touch with Brian. And, Jeff, you need to get your Dex page out, your declarations page. And listen, whenever we do our famous insurance checkups, it doesn't matter if you have a great price. If they can't beat it, they will tell you. This is not the old hustle. This is consumers first. Really. And for those of you who want insurance checkups at any time, and we have saved so much money for people over the years, especially if you had a policy more than 3 years, and especially if you have these companies, the top bad 5, but even if you had others past 3 years, you should check them out. I've actually bounced from good company to good company because I've had them too long and they creep up. But for sure, unless it's only for price and you verified it, you should get away from Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, American Family, and Fred Loya. The worst when it comes to coverage, premiums, and customer complaints. The worst. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Howie, who do you have?
I'm with Westfield. It's a commercial policy.
What do you do for your home?
I'm with them for that as well.
Really? So, because they blanket that in because you can't just get Westfield though, can you?
You can.
Wow.
You can. I go through Cherry Creek Insurance Agency.
So you didn't find it on your own. Jay, who do you have as far as a carrier? Do you know?
I have to take the Fifth Amendment on this one. Next question, please.
He's got one of the 5.
Oh, no, you don't.
Next question, please.
Wait, Jay. On your home.
It is not Fred Loya, that's for sure.
No,
okay?
on your home you have one. Well, did you shop it? If you did, then no. Don't tell me you haven't shopped, Jay. You're looking ashamed. How long have you had it?
Well, you're going to like this one even less. I think I might take the 5th again.
No. How long have you had it? So you have either Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, or American Family, and how long have you had them?
20-plus years with...
Oh, my God. Jay.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you?
No. Wait a minute.
It's better. It's better.
We can save... Actually, it's less, and we'll save you way more. But... have you had an insurance checkup?
There's other factors that go into the situation.
Just tell me. Come on,
What,
man.
your business insurance?
No, the business insurance is written through Cincinnati.
That's separate. He has no excuse. I want to know your excuse.
Relative.
I have shopped the business insurance extensively.
But don't change the subject. Your residential
It's relative.
Insurance. Why
is it a relative?
Do you have an agent that you like?
I have an agent that has given me so much reciprocal business over the years in roofing.
There you go.
That I don't want to change.
That makes sense. Well, he's sending them a ton of business.
It is a business relationship that is built on my private home insurance.
Then that's different. But
and the guy only charges him, 5-fold on the insurance.
I would just love, though, for the heck of it, to know how much you're being pounded.
Oh, I'm sure I'm paying more.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Sean, you got a nickname for Mark. We don't really have nicknames.
Someone sent one on you.
What is it?
The Tominator.
Tominator.
I like mine. I like what I said.
What's that?
T-Bird.
T-Bird's cool.
Because you fly.
Yeah. Sean, what's your name for Mark?
He's the piranha. He's all over these cases like a piranha on a pork chop.
Piranha on a pork chop.
That's an odd one.
I know.
Piranha on a pork chop.
But piranha, thank you, Sean. Piranha, nah, that doesn't have that ring to it. We need like a 2-stage name, not just piranha. We got to come up with something. Mark, the last name.
The caregiver.
Yeah, the Brent. Or is this Brett? I'm sorry, Brett. What's happening?
Yeah, just I'll explain it as best I can. You can expound upon it. If, say, you get in an accident and you scratch somebody's bumper. Say the bumper's worth $500. You put a $100 scratch in it. Are you responsible for the $100 scratch or the $500 bumper?
Well, it depends. And I'll tell you exactly what would happen, because we've handled these over the years, and they've even gone to court, small claims court. But we also have common law. We also have insurance law. And here's what it is. Whenever you damage something, you're obligated to put it into pre-accident condition or to pay the value of it at the time. Now, what does that mean? Well, if it can be repaired like it was before, then that's it. You repair it. If it cannot be repaired, it's not necessarily a $500 bumper. It's whatever the bumper is worth at that time. So if it was purchased new and it was $500, even if a new bumper costs $500, but that bumper is worth only $300, then you don't have to pay for a new one. You only have to pay what it's worth, and the owner would have to pay the difference. It's called betterment. Or you can buy a used bumper that's comparable, and that would be considered a replacement. So there is no easy answer.
Gotcha.
So what happened with you?
Well, I was curious because I got in an accident literally at less than 2 miles an hour. And it pushed in the bumpers. It didn't do any damage to my bumper, but it pushed on, and then the stuff sprung back on their front fender and the bumper. Well, the only thing that damage I could see, and after I rubbed off the black soot from my diesel exhaust on my bumper, I could see no paint damage. I could see no damage on the bumper or anything like that. However, so I'm thinking, it's not going to be a very big bill. Lo and behold, like later I get a $2,500 bill. It's because, well, we had to replace the bumper because it had some scratches, which I never could see. If you stood back
first of all,
there was any accident ever happened.
First of all, did they put in an insurance claim?
Yes.
With your insurance company?
Yes.
Is your insurance company going to pay it?
Oh, they already paid it. This is secondary. So I asked him what part of the reason I'm calling is because I asked my insurance company. I said, so I couldn't see any damage standing 3 feet away. They sent pictures, and yet they're saying, well, they had to redo paint, and they had to replace the bumper.
I'll tell you what, Brett, this pisses me off, too, because many times your insurance has the right to settle, even if you think it's a waste of money. They have a right to do that. There's nothing you can do about it.
Do insurance adjusters actually look out for the people they're insuring? Because with all deference to
no, they don't.
The roofing guy there,
no, they don't. They look out for themselves.
Exactly, because it seems to be, in my experience dealing with insurance companies, I hate putting in claims for anything, because anytime a repairman, a doctor, or anybody submits a bill to an insurance company, the bill automatically doubles than what you could go out and find it if you were to negotiate the price with the repairman or whatever.
Well, that's not always true. Some insurance companies do just the opposite, and they have way lower reimbursement rates. But you're right, many times people submitting bills to insurance will exaggerate them. But what is actually paid out is less. I don't know what happened with the bumper, but man, that sounds outrageous to me.
Yeah, I mean, literally,
Who is your carrier, did you say? Who's your carrier?
Shelter.
Shelter. Well, that means that they must have felt like they owed the money, or it wasn't worth fighting.
I'm just kind of curious.
But remember this, they're protecting you, kind of.
Well, why do you even care? It's not like it's going to cost you any more money.
Okay, hold on. You're part of the reason, Mr. Mark, and you should know better to even say something like that, especially to somebody like me. Half the reason insurance rates, health care, and everything are expensive is because people have that attitude. Oh, well, insurance is paying for it. I'm not paying for it. Therefore, I don't care what the price of the bill is. No, eventually somebody's paying for that bill.
No,
so I do care what the the insurance people.
I do too. I do too. But I think he means overall, though. In this case, what are you going to do about it? In other words...
I'm not going to do nothing. It's overdone. I mean, but I want to know for the future so I can protect myself better.
What I would do for the future is take photographs and tell your insurance that you want to be part of this because you were there and you want to help them. Now, they may not include you.
I learned a long time ago. I argued like hell on my insurance company when I had a guy, and Suzanne always laughs, but it's true, a guy in a wheelchair hit my car, okay? Not the other way around. But ultimately, I was found liable on that, and they paid out so much money I couldn't believe it.
You were upset.
And I wanted to go to court and fight it.
Right.
But they said it doesn't matter what you want to do.
That's right.
And that's ultimately what happens.
Yeah, because they hold the purse strings on that. So Brett, you're both right, really. And listen to the frustration I had. When I did a business, this is true. Now listen carefully because this is the system. Ultimately, what's wrong with the system? When I did a business bankruptcy, not one consumer was owed a dime for anything. No consumer debt, no car loans, nothing. Okay? When it was known that I had this, my trustee was in charge of dispersing $3.5 million of cash. I surrendered $3.5 million in cash. It was unprotected. That must be doled out. Now, I told them in the very beginning that's what I had, and after a long investigation, that's what it settled at. But listen to this. We had people, and this is what pissed me off. I had people, when they heard this, coming out of the woodwork claiming I owed them money. I had one guy that I had sold an airplane to. A couple years prior to that, claimed that I sold him an airplane and he was in an accident because I did something wrong and he was trying to get money. I had another guy trying to get money for emotional distress. I literally, had to fight it. The trustee said, "Why do you care? I'm responsible for paying out money." So, in other words, why would I care? If there's $3.5 million to be distributed to, I had 3 major creditors in real estate, why did I care? I'll tell you why. Because I wanted my major creditors who deserved it to get it. And I didn't want people with their hands out thinking they could get paid. Yet I had them coming out of the woodwork. And I literally, on my dime, went to court and sued them and fought them and won. I mean, that's what's ridiculous. It's just like Brett. He didn't want to pay a ridiculous price for that bumper because his insurance company was paying needlessly extra money. That's our system. It's flawed. Okay. Oh, Brent is here. Brent, let's talk. Brent Ivins at Ideal Home Loans. This is something that people ask about all the time. Interest rate guarantees. Everyone wants to be in on the bottom, but you don't have to be. Let's talk about that.
That's right. Well, you know, you can actually take a very practical approach to refinancing your home loan. And here's what it really boils down to. You've got to look at the math on this. You have to look at how much are you saving, how much is it costing you to do the loan. You can determine a break-even. And again, you've got to factor in escrow refunds, things like that. But we can give you a net break-even number and then figure it out from there. But in terms of timing the bottom, you don't have to, because if rates go down by 0.75% or more within 2 years of doing a home loan with us, we will refinance your existing home loan. So you can look at your break even. If you're going to be there long enough and it makes sense, take advantage of it now and then move on, because if rates do go down, you're protected and you're covered. We'll take care of you.
And that's just one of many benefits of dealing with Ideal Home Loans. That's why I say Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. 303-867-7000. That's 303-867-7000. And while we're on the topic, if you're looking for a loan to buy real estate, what are you going to buy? Check Frank Duran, the real estate man. .com. He has many, many listings, plus he knows how to find homes. He knows how to sell homes, whether it's buying or selling. I can think of no one better to trust than Frank Duran, the real estate man. .com. 303-920-1622. He'll never hold you to a long-term contract because he wants to earn your trust in business every day. 303-920-1622.
This report is brought to you by
Good news south of town. Northbound I-25 has reopened at Toma Road following that earlier crash. There is some activity off to the right shoulder, so approach with caution.
On the north end of town, there's a stalled-out semi south
And United don't control it. No other advocacy.
Who's
no
that?
other advocacy.
United?
You control the entire transaction.
And how do you establish the
CEO
price?
saying?
Okay,
What did he
that's the magic.
Shit, he buried his own stock. Here's what I said right here, man. It was crazy.
And then we
He says,
along with
we have dug ourselves in a hole.
The industry?
No, United.
Oh, what was it do?
They,
Who's dead?
no, they can't fight off low-cost competitors. They just can't do it. They're going to end up turning their entire model into the frontier.
Or Southwest.
would you settle
Frontier,
try to make
is
it
terrible.
so it doesn't obviously hurt the contractor?
Southwest.
Where the
Tom. Salisbury.
David Salisbury, attorney at law. He's someone you call immediately if you have a sudden need, and he can take care of you. If someone dies, so many people ask, who do I call? David Salisbury. Or you want to plan your estate. You want to have a will. You want to have a trust. You want to avoid probate altogether. Or let's say you want to do a beneficiary's deed, or you want to know how to title a bank account. Whatever your needs, big or small, whether it's a simple will for around $500 or $600, or you want to do some trusts, give him a call. All of your initial consultations are without charge. And then every job he does for you is quoted in one sum. So he doesn't nickel and dime you. A will be this, a trust will be that, probate will be this. Give him a call, 720-493-3911. That's David Salisbury. You'll find him on my referral list at referralist.com. 720-493-3911.
Who can name the first 5 rights in the Bill of Rights?
Know your Glen of Rights.
But I wanted to get cut so to the quick that people know they're on.
You know what? This is the best for airlines.
You know,
It
it
was
has to sound cheap, but I want 2 years now. I want my voice. Well, that's my whole point.
And that's what
you want to call this number.
And that's because the more doing bad stuff, you're not necessarily getting
because we're aggregating all of the
fuel.
We
make
are
us more people
advertising
of our actual costs.
Addiction is hard to talk about, especially if it's in your family. But I'll tell you what, we have established this special line with the Raleigh House, an addiction treatment facility that will answer all of your questions. It's that simple. People have so many questions. What is it going to cost? What does insurance cover? How long does it take? Where do I have to go? How do I approach the addict in my life? How do I approach my wife? How do I approach my husband? How do I approach an aunt or uncle or my child? How about an intervention? Can you do it? Can you share the evidence-based treatments designed to help reduce substance abuse? And the answer is yes, they can. They can help with all of these questions. And all you have to do is call the number. But here's what I want to get across. Please don't put it off another day. You know, you can make all the excuses you want. You can really hope and pray all you want. But addiction is that kind of animal that just doesn't go away on its own. 720-893-5559. I am so happy to report we've had tremendous success with this number. People calling not only to get help ultimately, but just to get information. We've even had addicts call the number. So feel free to call, totally confidential. No obligation whatsoever. You can call or you can conference in a relative or a friend. Do it now. 720-893-5559.
Sean Hannity.
Face the truth.
Today at 1.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I'm going to take all your calls. I got a quick question for Howie. Howie, you know, I know we get a lot of complaints about plumbing and heating. So what do you think the #1 complaint is?
Price.
That's right. By far.
Did I take too long to answer?
No, you know, and very seldom quality. Very seldom. Although, I want to make this clear, Howie. There are a lot of schlock people out there. I mean, just because you get a low price doesn't mean you're going to get a good job.
There are a lot of people who throw the term plumber around a lot who aren't, and that's one of the problems.
In fact, they're operating illegally.
They are, totally illegally. But, you know, as far as price goes, there's the gamut.
But you don't always get what you pay for.
You don't always get what you pay for, and you don't always pay for what you get.
That's right. That's right. So here's the deal. It's challenging. It is challenging. What is the #1 plumbing call? I often wonder that. What's the number? If you had to take all the calls, what are they usually? What's the #1 call if you have one?
The most common situations we run into are either plug drains or water heaters.
Oh, water heaters. Okay.
Yep.
And so, what's the average life of a water heater?
In the Colorado area, notwithstanding, you know, the people who are on wells, but 8 to 12 years is the general life expectancy of a residential tank-type water heater.
Now, Jay, with a roof, I know what the reason is. It's hailstorms, right? Isn't that the reason?
It is, and I want to comment, we don't have any of those problems in the roofing industry that Howie has with schlock companies or people over-promising or overcharging or gouging. We don't have any of those problems.
But price is very seldom a concern because insurance is involved, right?
It depends.
Have you ever heard anyone complain of price? Not against you, but we haven't.
Some of the issues that we've been talking about today, we've heard that before. Are you gouging my insurance company? But for the most part, no, because the way that we do it, we give people a fair price for what the service costs. And if we think that we need to go back to the insurance company and get more money for something, we're going to do it. But price, people are price sensitive if they're paying out of their pocket, for sure.
And the only reason you ever have people buy a roof is when they're getting ready to sell, right? Or they just bought it.
Most of the out-of-pocket deals are real estate transactions, for sure.
Right. Either buying or selling. You want to get a new roof on your new house, or you demand one be put on.
The problem that people get caught up in is if the rare person in the Denver area that has a really old, bad roof, they call because the door knockers tell them to file an insurance claim. The insurance comes by, and the insurance company says, no, this isn't hail damage or any storm damage. In fact,
we're canceling you.
We're going to cancel you if you don't put a new roof on within the next 90 days.
I want to remind people that they're looking for refrigerators and freezers at this Bible church because they have a lot of food they use to feed the hungry. Please call this number and talk and get your information. But if you have an old refrigerator or freezer, please call.
Yeah, make sure it's working, and they'll pick it up. You don't have to bring it anywhere.
They'll pick it up, okay? Here it is, 303-957-8014, 8014, 303-957-8014. And Bill has a suggestion for that church. What's the suggestion, Bill?
Oh, hi. Yeah. Thanks, Tom. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. It's, by the way, Bible Missionary Church. Go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking outside the box a little bit here, but it's not too uncommon to put a commercial refrigerator or freezer outside. What if they dropped or laid a concrete pad and dropped the tough shed to house the refrigerator they got?
I'm wondering about that. Maybe we should call. Well, Bill, maybe you should call directly to this number and talk to them about it.
I think the kitchen, it's if I understood it right, it's all for vegetables and stuff, so I don't know if the tough shed being outside would work.
But he said for a commercial it wouldn't be bad. Who knows? I don't know if the compressor can take it. But that number for anyone who wants to donate, 303-957-8014, 8014. 957-8014. I also want to remind people that there's a dangerous condition at this place. I gotta get my notes here, please. It's Dakota Station 2, right? Yes, Dakota Station 2 in Littleton, Colorado. The owner and the management company doesn't seem to care. In Colorado, you have to have prior knowledge for premises liability, prior knowledge of a situation. We are making it publicly known to Beverly Kuglin, president of Haven Community Management Company, and Amy Bazinet, who refused to do anything. They don't answer calls, and they told the tenant, the owner, tough. Basically tough. And Eric Lund, the owner, has not returned calls. I'm going to give out these numbers. We are doing something for people. This is a dangerous situation. We put up the video on YouTube. We put up the video on Facebook where we stream live. If you call these numbers, I feel you're doing a public service. You are telling them that you are a witness to the public information that they have a dangerous condition. Now, even if they disagree, if someone gets injured as a result of that, they cannot deny prior knowledge. So anyone living at Dakota Station 2 in Littleton, Colorado, you will be covered. You can sue their asses off if they do not fix it, because they are being notified right now, publicly, on the air, on October 19th, 2017, and if this isn't a court of law in the future, hello, jurors, yes, they knew about it. We did try to tell them. In fact, we hounded them about it, and yet the condition persisted, and later on turned to ice, and somebody slipped and fell. I hope this is not a trial for a wrongful death. I hope it's just limited to medical bills and punitive damages. But please give them punitive damages. Please. Thank you, and Your Honor, thank you for allowing this to be an exhibit in your courtroom. People call this is the owner, Eric Lund, 972-548-7900. Tell him about Dakota Station 2. He can no longer deny he has knowledge. No longer. We have taken away that. 972-548-7900. Now, Beverly Kuglin and Amy Bazinet. Beverly's number at Haven Community Management, 303-530-0700. She's at extension 118. 303-530-0700, extension 118. Amy is at that same number, but extension 106. Amy, extension 106 at Haven Community Management. We've done our civic duty, haven't we? We have warned these people. We have warned these people. Jay, you say you have a good insurance claim story. What is it, Jay?
Hey, Tom, let me try to get you off the speaker.
Yes, Jay?
So, yeah, this is crazy, but so I'm sitting in a business, and a guy comes in, and he'd hit my truck.
Yeah?
I come out, he's in a big rental moving truck, and he skimmed my bumper. Might have been maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe not.
And what happened?
Put a scratch on it and cracked my taillight. If you look close enough, you can see it.
And what happened?
So I said, hey, man, tell you what, why don't you give me $100 and we'll call it good.
All right, hold on, because I want to hear the rest of the story, but I don't want you to go away, and I got to do this. Joe Lazzara, attorney at law. If you're smoking pot and you drive, you're an idiot. If you drink and drive, you're an idiot. There's no reason. You can use Uber or Lyft. I love it. I don't like Uber because of that's a long story, but I like Lyft. Anyway, you can also use a taxi. Here's the bottom line. Even if you're innocent, even if you're guilty, even if you just want to throw yourself at the mercy of the court, you need an attorney to get you through the system. And I want to be serious here. If you're accused of any crime, if you're accused of a situation and you need help, Joseph A. Lazzara, Joe Lazzara, he'll even give you his private cell number. He'll be in close contact with you. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazzara. LazzaraLegal.com.
This report is brought to you by...
On the north end of town, there's a stalled semi being towed there. Southbound I-25.
It is weird thinking, it is weird thinking.
You know, what would kill me is the hardwood floor. Like 2 years, people say, well, you got water on my hardwood floor. Now, if you do a repair, it's not going to match.
Oh, do my whole floor, my entire floor.
I deal with that all the time.
That's why I'm giving you that example. I'm sure
what do you
do. What do you do?
I give them a choice. Either go ahead and get 3 estimates to fix it,
Right now,
or we can contact the insurance company and they'll give you depreciated value. Because the only thing that they're responsible to do is make you whole. You're not going to get a whole house and new floors.
But do you think people do it because they're ignorant or they're trying to put you together?
No, because they feel wrong. You know, that's why I don't run water lines for ice makers anymore.
But it's that circle. They say, well, it's got
Pro Auto Care.
Yes, if you want a car nanny, someone to remind you when things are due and what needs doing, and you want great deals and discounts, Pro Auto Care, 2 locations, near Evans and I-25 or near Bowles and Santa Fe. And both locations do everything for you. And I love they have one phone number for it all. If you need to get in touch with them, 303 Pro Auto. And between every service, you get free roadside assistance and warranties. It's the only place that does this. You're always within protection, roadside assistance, just for using them. You know, they've been around 25 years. 25 years. And what I love about them is that they're honest as well as skillful and have great prices. Anything on your car, give them a call. 303 Pro Auto. That's 303 Pro Auto.
Are you retired or planning for retirement? Retirees have lots of financial questions.
The people that kill me is that the hardwood floor has to match. I can't see any difference at all.
And I guarantee 100% that it won't match.
It never does. It's the same with drywall repairs.
That's right.
I tell people, you and I are both going to always be able to look at that and know that it was fixed.
Ceilings are tough, though, trying to match paint.
They're beyond tough. It's impossible. We do it. You know, of course, most roof leaks, the ceiling is where it's going to come in.
But the whole ceiling is painted, right?
No, no.
You can blend that in?
We try to blend it in. It depends upon the situation and the homeowner.
The point they're making is people still won't get it, even if it doesn't match. Nothing will ever be perfect. And you'd be surprised how many people won't accept it. They just won't accept it.
Ultimately, the way to make them go away, how much you want?
Better to paint the
Well, that's why you get the 3 estimates.
You said you don't do ice maker tubing anymore, huh?
Nope.
Not at all?
Nope, and I don't do anything with evaporative coolers,
Swamp coolers. You'll end up building a house because they'll say not only did it leak, now they have mold. When they say mold, they're looking for a brand new house. No, there's nothing, you know, and now how am I going to know the mold? You're never going to know. So
I tell people my exposure with the insurance company is a $500 deductible. I'll give you $500, call it good.
Make my dentist Willow Creek Dental your
And 10 times out of 10 they take it.
When you guys go out, do you check the water pressure all the time?
Always.
You know what? I've seen out there in the Lakewood, 110 pounds.
Yeah, we had 140 pounds.
Why do you check water pressure?
Because it
should be 65.
You need to know that acceptable is between 40 and 80.
Oh, I mean, but why do you care? Because if something goes wrong afterwards or something?
If something goes wrong afterwards, if something...
It'll blow things apart.
Hi, Tom Martino here. You can always find Quality First Plumbing and Heating on my referral list at referralist.com. You can also find Excel Roofing on referralist.com. They've been chiming in the whole show. Okay, so Jay said that this guy comes in and says, I ran into your truck and put a scratch in it. What else happened then?
I have a teeny little tiny dent in the bed.
Okay, and then what?
A cracked tail light and the smallest dent in the bumper.
Yeah, and you said to
get me a $100 bill.
Yeah.
We'll call it good. I don't care. Took some pictures of him, the truck, accident.
You were nice. You were kind.
Yeah. So he
too nice.
Fit. He threw a conniption fit. I said, well.
You said you wanted $100 and he threw a fit.
Yep. So I said, that's okay. I'll just call the truck rental company and I'll just make a claim with them. Long story short, I ended up with a check for $2,000, and he didn't buy the insurance, so they went after him for the $2,000.
That's great.
Unbelievable! That guy could have got out for $100. Jay, what's going on with you?
Hey, I know nothing about construction or roofs or anything, but I always hear every time there's a hailstorm, everyone gets roof damage. I don't understand why roofs are constructed the way they're constructed. Why don't they have like a layer of sheet metal raised 1 inch off of the roof or something? Can you explain that to me?
Jay, there's different kinds of roofs out there, and there is one that's stone-coated steel. There's steel panels that have the granules that asphalt roofs have, and they're glued on it. That's a pretty bulletproof roof. And there's also some other ones that are made out of composite materials, kind of like plastic, but the problem with these types of roofs, they're about 3 times as expensive as what a regular asphalt roof would be. So do you want durability, or do you want the best price? That's what that comes down to.
And those roofs that you just described, they would survive hailstorms?
They do very well in it. The stone-coated steel...
Nothing is hail-proof complete. Well, it could be made hail-proof, but it would be cost-prohibitive.
It would be cost-prohibitive. The stone-coated steel, sometimes the granules do get dinged off of the panels, but the other composite roofs, they do hold up pretty well.
How about cement?
Concrete tile roofs hold up well, but the bigger the hail gets, the more the edges of the tile get chipped off. We see corners and edges get chipped, but concrete tile does stand up to the hail pretty well.
And what if it was just a layer of sheet metal on top of everything? Wouldn't that protect it?
No, what you mean, just flat sheet metal over it? It would be ugly.
Loud.
I don't know much about.
No, we have metal roofs, Tom. Yeah. we have metal roofs, and we see them all the time. But the problem with those metal roofs is they get dented up.
Yeah, they do.
And the problem with that, structurally, there's nothing wrong with them at all.
Most of the time, in most hail damages, for most roofs, there's nothing wrong with them, except cosmetically. Do you know with asphalt, I mean, most roofs are not damaged to where they leak.
Not to where they leak, but what happens with an asphalt roof where that hail bruise is, over time, all the granules will come off. 5 years later, all you're going to see is fiberglass, and there is the potential that the roof will start leaking, but at that point, the roof would need to be replaced.
So if there was just a sheet of a huge sheet of sheet metal over my ranch house in Douglas County to protect it, what would be the negatives of that?
Ugly. That's it.
My God, it would heat up pretty well.
Over the roof. I'm not up in a drone. I mean, I'm on the floor. I don't see my roof.
So he's saying you're talking nailed down metal, or secured.
Some kind of secured sheet metal just to protect the whole house from.
I think airplanes flying over.
I don't know, Jay.
It would be a steel roof. It would be a steel, like a barn roof, Tom, that you've seen so often.
Right, but it wouldn't. You know, it would still be dented, right, Jay? You understand that?
But dented means you don't have to replace it. There's just a little pop mark in it, right?
Right.
That's correct.
That's correct. And in fact, you can. Well, a lot of subdivisions won't allow it. They just flat out, design-wise, will not allow steel roofs.
The problem with a lot of steel panel roofs is the snow and ice slide off at high velocity. And if you have driveways, walkways, or front porches...
Yeah, you have to put up little damming strips that hold it, and they hold it until it melts.
Yeah.
And systematically come off. You can't have just a bare metal roof, because what happens is, I mean, literally, a ton of snow could come off.
It has killed people before.
Right, and you can't get out. It's like an avalanche. We have lines open for the first time today, 303-713-TALK. Leslie, your turn, 303-713-8255. It's been a very, very busy day. Yes, Leslie, how can we help you?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
What's happening?
Hey, this will be really easy for you to answer. I had a son move out of an apartment in Fort Collins. His lease was up July 31st. So he gave the apartment his forwarding address where to send the security deposit. Mid-September, he got an email from the apartment complex just wanting him to confirm the address. So he replied back right away. End of September comes, we get a letter in the mail. I'm thinking it's the security deposit back, but it's just a notice letting him know the amount will come from the corporate headquarters.
How much was the deposit?
It's only, he's getting $225 back, so it's not a big amount of money.
But was that the amount of the deposit?
$250 is the amount of the deposit.
And why are they keeping $50?
They're just keeping $25 for just a little bit of damage
25,
here or
okay.
there. Yeah.
25, okay, so they gave him a letter and you're waiting. Did you ever get it back?
No, so I called a couple of weeks ago and said, you know what the status is, and I was told that their corporate headquarters were in Houston and they had been flooded and they would be delayed. So I'm waiting still. I called yesterday to check and just see what the status was. And I was told a different story, and they're telling me now that because they had to email my son in mid-September to confirm the address, that now they have 60 days from that date in mid.
Well, first of all, there is the only statute about 60 days is 60 days from the date of move out. They either have to notify you what they're doing, or they have to return it. But after that, see, they're actually under no deadline. I mean, it's just there really is no deadline.
Oh, okay. I thought they had to refund it within 60 days.
No, it's 30 days normally. It can be extended to 60 days by lease, but that's only to let you know the disposition of the deposit. In other words, are they keeping it? Are they keeping some of it? Are they keeping all of it? And then are they returning all of it? And then once they do that, I imagine you could argue that it hasn't been disposed of because they're still keeping that. So I would say that, you know what, you probably have that 60-day rule in effect, that they have to return it in 60 days or something, because they let you know. No, they wouldn't have to return it. They just have to, the law says they have to notify you. But they should have put see, here's what I think. I think that the notification comes along with the return of the balance. We need to check maybe with our tenant-landlord attorney. Hold on and we'll check. If we can get our tenant-landlord attorney on, that's a technicality. Skylar, what is your comment?
I just wanted to say that and this is kind of important, I'm only 19 and I listen to you every day. I'm stuck in a truck all day.
Cool.
I just want to say, best radio show I ever listened to.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, Skylar. And I promise you, if you truly listen and do it, and do the stuff, you know, that you've heard, you know, I tell you, avoid this, avoid that. If you follow that, you're really going to save money and be years ahead of your friends.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate everything that y'all do. It's awesome.
Thanks, Skylar. That really feels good. He's 19. He's smart. He's going to be smarter than his friends.
I wish every kid listened.
I know.
It's Tom Martino University.
Hey,
Tom, you.
Talking about saving money, Howie just did this. Howie just did this at Quality First. Didn't you switch over to LED?
I did.
You know, any company should do this. There's no reason not to. Front Range LED Lighting, who I represent, they can change you over and help you get rebates and tax credits, and also the utility companies pay up to half of the installation. Half! That's up to half depending on how much conservation you're doing. Do you know that LED lighting can save up to 90% of the energy? That's right. So if you want to save money, call Front Range LED Lighting. Here's another thing. When you have the utility company paying around half, you can finance the other half, not a dime out of your pocket. Plus, the savings that you make in your electric bill will immediately be enough to pay that monthly payment for financing, and you'll still have money left over. Do you understand that? The money you're saving will go toward the financing of this, so you don't have a penny out of your pocket. This whole thing is saving you money from day one. Front Range LED Lighting. The entire Front Range, Denver to Colorado Springs, 719-262-2451. 719-262-2451. Front Range LED Lighting.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
There's a few typical slow spots in town. Northbound I-25 downtown. Stop and go starting at Alameda.
This is, the caption is, this is what victory over ISIS looks like. And what is it? Oh my God, it's unbelievable. It's just trouble. Everything is
It probably wasn't too much better before.
No, it wasn't. Syria.
You notice they're making a lot of movies about service and people over there fighting terrorists. You know, like, they've always done American Sniper. The other one is Thank You for Your Service.
Yeah, but think,
there was one before.
Think of all the Vietnam ones.
15.
Who am I doing?
Place with the lighting options you want and the answers you need. A wide selection of bullets. These has what you need for every light socket.
That's the helpful expertise to ensure you get the right bulb. So stock up now at Ace, the helpful place.
Rocky's Auto, 63rd and Federal, open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. If you go to Rocky's, you will get good, great when I say good, great. Good. Used cars, great values, and they have variety. I mean total variety of not just the years, but the makes, the models, the colors, the options, the features. It's difficult when you're shopping for a car. I suggest you make notes on your phone, use the little note app, go from place to place, shop around, just put Rockies on the list. Do you know why they ask, just put us on the list? Because they know when you go there and you see their clearly marked prices and you compare their financing, they have 40 lenders to choose from, and when you see the value they'll give you for your trade, when you consider all options, you will choose Rockies. They want to take a shot at your business. Again, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. And all price ranges as well. 303-426-4646. 303-426-4646. Rockies.
With the nation so divided,
I think what the Democrats are...
We've been for the past year. I mean, my God, man, it's never ending. There's nothing left of this.
I don't know how you left it Leslie in the sun and you deposited.
That was totally taken out now, but I want to really get about it. We haven't had them on in a while, and it's good. It's a good topic. It really is a good topic.
Let me try right now.
Now, granted, Bush never should have went in there, but pulling out there after that.
Well, he never left. I mean, Obama. This is not his style.
Did they increase it since?
They're gone. I mean, really, we chased them out of there. They're gone.
Where is there?
Mosul.
And that was a tough
There's no place for them to go there. I mean, it is level. And it's huge. There was 300,000 people there.
They had a thing on PBS last night about Mosul. They followed an Iraqi army crew, and it looked brutal.
Oh, it's crazy. I wonder if that's his footage.
Yeah, they were fighting ISIS. It was just like house to house, block to block. It showed them all living together, sleeping together, their daily thing. They're just a bunch of kids, too. You know, yeah, they're listening to like Arab rap music on their phone and stuff like that. And
are we talking about the good guys or the bad guys?
They were the good guys. The Iraqi army. The Iraqi army trying to fight
kids.
Just kids.
That was a while back then. Because it's level now.
This was from, I think, like 9 months ago.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
It was bad when the U.S. took it. You know, back then.
That's the horrible part. We win it and then we let it go.
Yeah. Look at it now. Look at this. This is out today.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Listen, when they're not here, Howie Metz, Quality First Plumbing and Heating, 303-916-6226, 303-916-6226.
Squeeze a screaming deal out of them.
Okay, give us one. A screaming deal for today only. They have to call for today. Now, they don't have to have it done today, but they have to call.
We will service your furnace for $50 and make sure it's ready to go for the coming winter.
And what will that service include?
That includes a full safety inspection and proper operation. And if you have a filter handy, we'll change your filter too. The two things you got to do right now. You got to remove your garden hose. It's nice outside. People are washing their hose.
Right.
Just don't forget to disconnect it and change your furnace filter.
303-916-6226. We have Brandon Siglian on, an attorney at law who does tenant landlord. Leslie has a very interesting situation here. I want to try to get it out quickly, Brandon. Okay, here's what it is. The apartment complex did notify them within the 60 days that they are going to keep only a certain part of the deposit and they're refunding the rest. That was done as required within that 60-day window that they had in the lease. But it's been how long now since he moved out, Leslie?
Well, he moved out July 31st.
But they have not gotten the balance of the deposit back. Even though they said they're only keeping 25 of the 250, they have not gotten the 225. And this place says we don't have to give it back to you until when?
Well, they emailed to confirm the address mid-September, so now they're saying since they emailed to confirm the address again, they have 60 days from that mid-September date.
You know, Brandon, this is what I wanted to know. They don't really have I don't know, the law doesn't really address after you notify someone about the deposit, does it?
It does, Tom.
Oh, it does. What does it say?
So the statute on security deposit says that at the same time they mail it to the last known address. It doesn't say they have time to figure out what your new address is. It's to your last known address, the mailing of that statement as well as any payment.
Uh-huh.
At the same time.
So when they said we're keeping 25 of your $250, they should have included in that the money.
The balance, yep.
And if they didn't, now can she do the treble damages?
Yes, well, she needs to do that 7-day demand.
It sounds like the address wasn't right, though. Is that correct?
No, the address is our same home address we've had forever.
Oh.
It's the address he gave us.
They're making
on
excuses.
the move-out day, and also the address where they sent
All right,
notification.
so Brandon, give her the steps. She does what?
She needs to send them a letter that says that she's going to file suit within 7 days or after 7 days if she doesn't get the payment, the payment to her. Arguably, even what they said that they left out or what they accounted for to withhold, arguably that's defective too, and then she's entitled to the whole balance. But certainly the payment of the balance, if she's doesn't want to contest the other, within 7 days, and then she can take them to small claims court. Also, our firm does a tenant consultation for $200 that includes forms, and one of those forms is that tenant security deposit letter, demand letter, and we can show her how to.
But can she get triple the amount?
Triple anything wrongfully withheld. I would argue that it's been wrongfully withheld since they didn't. I mean, this is definitely the first time I've had this come across my desk, or come across my phone. But yeah, certainly, I think she's got a good case to make. The triple, but you don't get the triple until the 7 days expires.
Okay, so what you have to do is notify them that under state law they had 60 days to return the deposit along with a disposition. They did not do it.
Okay.
And you now are making a demand that they pay within 7 days or you're going to sue them for triple the amount. That's all you have to do.
Okay, and can I do that by email, and can I do that here in Denver, or do I have to do it in Fort Collins for small claims?
Mail it. Mail it to them wherever their office is, for official office, like for rent and stuff like that. Thank you, Brandon Siglian, 720-344-4828. And thank you, Jay Brett's Excel Roofing.
Sinking concrete problem? That's notorious for settling concrete. That was fun. Man, it was really
quick.
Really.
How many of those adapters do you guys put on that drops the pressure?
Oh, we do them every day.
Yeah.
I love high pressure.
And we replace them every day. It's bad on the solenoid for your washing machine and your dishwasher.
Oh man, we have high pressure.
No.
If you have high pressure, that bang.
Yeah.
That's why we check it.
Also, the refrigerator thing, they got those plastic tubes. I'm okay with that. The ice maker?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta look into that. That's just something else. Yeah.
Give it just a minute. Perfect.
Okay, dear. I'm doing it.
Is it slow? It's gotta wait. You gotta catch up to me.
You're losing your speed.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm glad you came in. I brought you an email about 5 minutes after the show started going, hey, I like this.
My work email doesn't come here.
Oh, you can ignore that.
I leave this on the end because that's the thing on the.
Do you know how much traffic has that with all
I know, I printed more than I should have. I'm ashamed.
I gotta go through.
Oh, I see
What?
Did he
You
cancel
switch
that
them up.
contract?
Well, that's it, yeah.
I gotta go.
Is different.
Oh, he said he
I
resent
think
it
we're gonna
in a
have to
better
do it.
format, so I'll give that to
see.
you.
Okay, shall we go on down?
This sweater's
These
on
are.
the floor, Tom.
Now, are you doing promos or are you using generics?
Generic for tomorrow.
Okay, then if he's using generics, I kill him.